All right, there we go. Now we're live again. And I titled this one, It's a Joke, Prove Me Wrong. Because I would love to have more discussion on that one.
So what was the title? I missed out on that.
Part 2.
It's a joke, prove me wrong, meaning, the First Amendment auditing community, so-called community, is a joke. It's become a joke. They're all bickering and bashing each other instead of going out and doing the right thing.
I'm feeling the same way.
So you're basically saying it's becoming one big sidetrack.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of diversion and discrimination and bullshit, and it's pretty fucked.
It's taken the focus away from the tyrannical fucking assholes out there, and
All right,
redirecting the attention to the actual people, So
right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the people that are coming in. That was an accident, the way it ended.
Mm-hmm.
We'll blame Eric for it. It's always his fault.
Sounds good to me, man. I didn't do it. My hands were not on any buttons.
Shit.
Or not me.
Get in line. There's a lot of people blaming Eric for shit he didn't do on purpose, or didn't do at all, for that matter.
Oh, they throwing shit on me too, brother. They throwed some nasty shit on me, and oh well.
What's going on, Chrissy? Oh boy, PDF is back.
Yeah. Well, I had fun this evening. I ventured into a newer altitude and went into the drone. Got my wings and bought a drone and got my wings or whatever. And
oh wow.
Well, tonight I was flying my drone and I got a nice flight in for about 3 minutes, and then I sent it way up just to, and I had plenty of space. And anyway, it was starting to get away from me. Some wind grabbed it. I hit the kill switch for it to land, and by the time it drifted down and blew over, I think it went down in the river.
Oh no! So you never found it?
I went looking. I went back looking in the dark, see if I could find some blinky lights. I couldn't see nothing. I know where it went down.
On that thing.
I know where it went down in an area not much bigger than a ball field, I'm guessing. So I might be able to find it if it ain't underwater.
Right.
So what, you got no insurance on that drone then?
We have Golden Eyes in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, so Golden Eyes is asking.
Hey, baby girl.
Okay, hang on. So Golden Eyes is asking, what's a joke? The 1A community has become a joke. Okay, they're all bickering and bashing each other, trying to degrade each other, trying to fucking make themselves feel better. As an outsider, one who only supports the community if it's done the right way, it's become a joke. People are no longer doing it for the right reason. They're now doing it for.
What's the right way?
What's the right way?
How can we say what the right way is? Huh?
The right way is to go out and mind your own business and not get into these panels where all the bickering's going on.
Yep.
Oh no, that's a choice though. That's choice, freedom of choice there.
It's a freedom of choice.
Like I say, the right way is doing it practical, like trying to make a difference, but they're not. They're just using it as propaganda, benefiting them for themselves and getting views and making money. Causing up a ruckus, basically.
Well, that'd be the ones you wouldn't want to support then, wouldn't it? So why would you be on their pages supporting them if they're not?
I don't anymore.
Well, when you say the auditor community, then we have to distinguish it down to there's cop watchers, activists such as Eric and Liberty Freak, which aren't, as much cop watchers as they are activists. You have cop watchers that are out west that are great people. I watch over and over a bunch of them. And they're totally different than what you would call like a First Amendment auditor, such as someone like Rogue Nation. So,
okay,
you define it a little bit more to be able to say which group you're trying to basically single out.
So Shiva actually brought up a good point there. Has the community become a joke, or have the panel showed the community for what it always was? That is actually a good question right there.
See, somebody read the title. He said, "Prove him wrong." See, somebody's trying. There you go.
I was waiting for somebody to talk, but go ahead. As far as the panels showing the community for what they always was, in a lot of cases, yeah, and it's a good thing that they're there. That's why I said the other day, I said, I kind of evolved a little bit. The people who I thought I really didn't like, I've realized that they are needed, and for exact reasons, like old Shiva just said, show a lot of them how they really are. And in most cases, it don't matter who you are. Everybody's human. Everybody's going to get out there and fuck up, say shit, do shit, wish they would have, wish they wouldn't have. But
That's true.
what
I would
is the
say to fix
auditor
that
community?
situation would be
Is that
going
everybody
what the
who
majority
walks
thinks
around with a camera?
or doing.
People get comfortable on panels and start to show who they really are. I could be.
Well, that's no problem for me. That's who I come up as in the beginning. So love
But
me
if
for
you-
who I
I'm losing signal.
like me for who I am or hate me for what I ain't.
But I'm just talking about all this bickering and bashing going on, and
Oh yeah,
it's become pathetic.
very much, very much.
Do you think they're purposely doing it or they're out of their freaking minds?
Yep.
What was the question?
Do you think, sorry, my voice is quite deep. Do you think they are doing it on purpose, like for views, or do you think they're just frigging idiots and out of their minds and they don't know what they're doing?
They're idiots. They become idiots because they're now all about the clicks and views and money.
Right. Got the clicks and the views and the self promotion at whatever price they can get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, if you want to take care of that salty rant comment, that would be nice. Yeah, that's nothing but a fucking troll there. I've seen other cynical comments. You'd probably be better off without him entirely.
So most people know, I'm not one to immediately block. So I just put them in timeout. If they come back and say something else stupid, then they're going to be gone.
Yeah,
I miss the days when the timeouts added up and you could time them out like 5 times and they'd be gone for like 25 minutes. Those were the days.
Yeah, I kind of lean to the 3-strike rule, but if you're gonna perpetrate some slanderous, liable bullshit, we don't need it here. That's the exact footmark of what the fuck we're talking about. That's
I also give them a chance. Most days, people just freaking block people, especially on Instagram.
And by the way, Shiva and I haven't we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but he's still more than welcome to come up here because I would love to hear what he has to say. Because a lot of times he actually has a lot of good stuff to say.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
But yeah, somebody started a terrible rumor about that very much kind of bullshit and had a nice little gang of people to to troll and stalk and harass me and shit everywhere I go, calling me at home with that bullshit. And it's sad to see it still continues damn near a year later, but oh well. Some of that.
Hey, the panels don't always have to be about drama, by the way.
Yes.
The last panel Raber did, I was up here. It wasn't about the drama, man. We were talking about something entirely outside of the realm of what we're talking about right now, and there was no drama on there at all. They don't have to be about the drama. If you let it be about drama, it will be about drama,
Yeah. Well, I'd say, there was a moment of bullshit. We give that bullshit its 5 minutes of glory and let's move on.
Exactly.
Kind of how I roll with the bullshit. Bullshit comes my way, I deal with it for 5 minutes and move the fuck on.
So Shiva's gonna be coming up here shortly.
Yeah. But anyway, I just hadn't seen you in a minute, buddy, and wanted to pop in and say hi and seen Eric there, and then I damn sure had to. And it's good to see you, man. I hadn't seen you in quite a while, man.
Well, thank you. I've been busy with quite a few different things, different projects
you
that I have
should
going
be,
on.
man. There's better bullshit going on in the world than some of this crap on YouTube, but it does lead to some good relationships and connections with good
And
people. But you got
and
to
what
filter through hundreds to get to them.
and when it comes to drama, I'm guilty of it as well. I partake in it as well sometimes.
Uh,
I'm just as guilty as the other person, you know. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Mhm.
Word, are you still here?
And like say, in regards to some of that bullshit there
Yeah,
that's
man, I'm
popping
here. I'm
off,
playing in the chat, man. I'm playing in the chat, bro.
you know,
I was about to
it
say,
won't
Word 'em
be
Up's
much
probably
long.
just trying to get back to StreamYard so he can unmute himself.
Yeah, I just wanted to share this that it won't be long that one particular person and her little gang of trolls is going to be having a court date. And maybe some of the people in YouTube will be educated about slander and libel and defamations and cyber stalking and harassing. It's costing me a few grand, but if that's what it has to teach some of these fuckleberries, I'll pay that dime out of my own fucking pocket. No pay pool included.
Hey, .com, we'll blame it on Eric why the other stream ended. Reading GoldenEye's comment.
Yeah.
Agreed, Golden Eyes.
There's so many people that are here for their personal gain.
Yeah. And what are you gonna gain by a character assassinating me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gonna make up
Yeah,
some bullshit.
that would fall under nefarious intentions,
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll wonder, do they just want their own way, or do they actually want to help others?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of sad that one person starts some shit, and there's 7 other people that are in the gang of the cyber stalkers that she's perpetrated into this slander. It's going to get fucking interesting, and it might just make a beautiful Christmas present for an arrest warrant to be delivered. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Merry Christmas to you, my favorite non-troll fake friend motherfucker. Yep. Anyway, enough said on that subject. Thank you for my moment. But I just had to reply to that bullshit. Sorry, Jeremy.
No, it's all good. This panel's open to pretty much everybody to come up and say how they feel.
Yeah, you're a very fair guy, and you're very tolerant to that shit. But as yet, you see what it does to this thing people call the community. But yet, do they act like community members when they're talking about being in the community? You know what I'm saying? It's a community when it's convenient for me, but otherwise, I
So
mean, some of these eyes in.
here's the person that I wanted to get this person's opinion. What's going on, Shiva?
Hey, how's it going? YouTube seems to be a hotbed of ridiculousness this week.
Oh my goodness, it's just getting worse and worse.
Oh, well, I mean, it's getting better and better from my perspective because it increases the entertainment value, right?
That is true.
That's very, very
I'm not
true,
going to
man.
make it.
You call bullshit
Shiva,
entertainment. I wonder what
I got a real fast
prescription
question.
you're taking.
Shiva, I got a fast question. Have you gotten you a piece of the pie yet, bro?
What to what pie are you referring?
Read the chat. All right,
I
carry on.
I don't think
I apologize.
I don't think Shiva's one to be interested in crypto.
Cryptography.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency is going on about.
Right, okay. No, to be honest, I'm people, I think because I do scam baiting and I know how to operate a computer, people think I'm more technologically savvy than I am, and I don't really know anything about cryptocurrencies. You know, yeah. So.
So, the comment that you made earlier, I wish I could go back and bring it up here, but
Well, it was. I mean, I can essentially remember what it was. Is it the case that the community, as you refer to it, has turned into a joke, or have the panels actually just shown everybody what the community members are really like?
yes. Now you know, the difference between me and you is like you're on a whole lot more different panels and different streams than I am, so you see 10 times more than I do. But just the small stuff that I see, it's just ridiculous.
Well, see, the thing is I suppose the reason why I posed that question was because there are members of the scam baiting community who have been aware of the First Amendment community for quite some time, way before panels were a thing, when it was just people uploading YouTube videos, right? Nathan Johnson, Tarquin, Alun, like, because, you know, they saw quite a lot of it as being a scam, and they were like, this is a bit scammy, isn't it? It was only when, with the advent of panels, that I actually started to really pay attention to the community. So from my perspective, like, it hasn't been the case that my experience of the community has been that it's been this shining bastion of virtue and has now suddenly been corrupted. From my perspective, it always was corrupt, and people have been trying to point it out for quite some time. And it's just maybe it's a bit easier to see now, right? Because when people like Josh Abrams or Patrick Roth or whatever do something egregious, people respond to it immediately on panels. So maybe just the cycle of action and then community reaction has just been increased in speed, you know. Yeah.
And they say you can only hide who you really are for so long, and then the truth comes out, and I see that happening a lot.
Especially when you're engaging in conversation.
Jeremy, have you seen the chat?
Ignore the chat, Rob.
Salty.
The trolls are your friends. Rob, you a toker. Would you consider yourself a spiritual man? Rob?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Would you consider yourself a spiritual man, Rob?
Your voice changer, what the fuck ever.
He
I can
said,
hardly hear
would you consider yourself a spiritual man? Can you hear me? That's basically what he said.
I didn't copy. Repeat.
Would
he
you
said
would you consider yourself to be a spiritual man?
What that's a personal opinion, you know.
I know
it's something I'm not. Yeah.
Well, it's either yes or no, really. I mean, it's not a trap. You know. I'm not laying a trap. I'm trying to have a conversation. See, because here's the thing, right? Someone in the chat says something like, remember the panties, Rob, right? Knowing that it's going to elicit an emotional response in you. Yeah. And so what do? You give them the emotional response that they're looking for, right? So I would put it to you that if you are any type of spiritual practitioner of any kind of denomination, that the trolls are actually your friends, because what they're doing is they are showing you the emotional blind spots that you have. They know exactly what to say to get a reaction out of you, to get a rise. Right? So if you're any sort of if you
go ahead.
No,
go
they're
ahead.
not. Right, so it's not about what they're like. What they're doing is trying to get an emotional reaction, any sort of reaction. They're trying to get you to say, "Can you hide that guy in the chat?" That's what they want. Right? I've got trolls, and when I know they're good trolls is when I feel the little prick in the ego, where I kind of really want to respond. Right, when I really want to say, "Hey, you, fuck you, you bastard." That's a time you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I agree. It can benefit you because you're still getting attention, and attention creates views. So yeah.
Yes, I like the trolls.
Well, I mean, if you're monetizing that and this, yeah, it's great for the pocket,
No, I'm not.
but it's a
I'm
distraction
not
to the topic.
monetized. I'm not monetized. It's a distraction to the topic because you keep reacting to it.
Well,
If you just ignored it, it wouldn't be a distraction to the topic.
I mean, but then again, that person there is ignoring the topic at hand and just fishing for a fucking reaction to make a stupid little video to put up on YouTube, spinning off of
Right?
Jeremy's channel.
Yeah, and now you're giving them exactly what they want.
Yeah, well, they ain't getting shit, and
No, they're getting it right now. This
I
is
mean,
what they want.
Well, I'm also got their IP address now, so
No, you don't. How do you have that? Because YouTube isn't peer-to-peer. StreamYard isn't peer-to-peer. So how are you getting their IP addresses?
it happens.
Tell me how, Rob. This isn't peer-to-peer. Can you get my IP address? Get my IP address. Go on.
We got your picture, Shiva. That's all we need. We got your picture, man.
I'm going to be honest. You're all a bit slow on the uptake with that. Listen, PDF, you're all a bit slow on the uptake because I accidentally have shown my face on camera. Listen, let me finish my sentence, for fuck's sake.
Oh, all I heard was you told me I was slow again. I was trying to
Let the
get
guy finish his sentence, man. Have some manners.
Right. Now, you're a bit slow on the uptake because I have shown my face
I couldn't
on
understand
camera.
you. What's that guy talking French in the background? Go ahead, Shiva.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, you wonder why people get annoyed, right? Are you trolling, PDF? See, now, Rob, if he's trolling, that's a good job because he just got an emotional reaction out of me. Right.
No, I don't think
you are. No, I want to get this sentence out. You are a bit slow on the uptake, which isn't to say you're slow, for fuck's sake. Because I have shown my face on camera accidentally about 4 or 5 times over the course of the last 6 months. It's just that you didn't notice.
I couldn't really give a shit.
Hey, your trolls sent me a text every time with a photo. I got 4 different pictures, probably, or more, I think. But
yeah, it's happened a few times. It's happened a few times.
As soon as something happens, my shit lights up. People send me texts about all these fucking people that are talking shit about me. I do not go to their pages. I go to good people's pages. That's why everybody's talking about all these assholes.
That's just a matter.
Them. Go watch. Hey, go watch Big Nick. Go watch frickin' Johnny 5-0, Bell for Freedom. Go watch, all the different people out there that are doing good shit. Leave the idiots alone. Stop dwelling on the fucking idiots. I've never watched Josh Abram.
You know who I saw recently.
I've never watched Josh Abram. Huh?
You know who I saw recently that I really liked, and that was Wolfie Gladley.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's thousands of activists out here that are really good fucking people. And I'm sure everybody got problems. But if you spend all your time in the freaking Drama Dome or on Shiva's page, that's all you're going to see is a bunch of bullshit. Stop going to you guys' page.
Hang on. I think...
Go watch the good people.
Right. So I think that's a mischaracterization of my channel.
That's how I feel. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
But, so I would like
if you surround yourself with nothing but a bunch of drama domes, that's all you're going to live.
Right. So I think you mischaracterize.
Are you going to let Farmer have a moment on the microphone, or are you going to speak over him?
Well,
I'd like to.
I can hear him. Go ahead.
And also. PDF and I have had several interactions. We know each other a little bit. It's fine, Rob, honestly.
Yeah, I know Steve for a while now. but we know how to defeat. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Here's the thing, what you're not getting. Shiva is not an auditor. He's not claiming to be an auditor.
I know Shiva. I've known Shiva for a long time, Jeremiah. Me and Shiva had knockdown, drag out, bust outs, you name it.
In fact, I had to do a public apology video to PDF one time. After one of our interactions a while ago.
Hey, I still go and see this page if I see his live. I go there fucking, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? I go in the Drama Dome and I go in there and give them hell.
I would I would say that you're mischaracterizing my channel, because it's not all just about taking the piss out of auditors, right? Like sometimes, you know, like Bobby Bubbles, for example, is nothing to do with auditors. The people that I'm showcasing recently, like Tyree Sneed, who is just a racist rapper, who is actually a relative of a US politician, that's nothing to do with the First Amendment community at all.
I was just getting back at you. That was like slap upside your head, Shiva. That's why I was doing that.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I was including you with the drama dome. You didn't see how I did that? Come on, man.
No,
you
I
gotta
did.
get a little
I
faster.
did. No, I did.
I know you're
PDF.
busy and all like that.
PDF, you yourself are a mega troll, and you know it.
I know it. I could be a hell of a troll, couldn't I? I thought about that. I should be a troll, maybe. Maybe that's my calling. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting, PDF, aren't you one of the people, I'm sure I've heard you recently say, you know, some of the trolls, when you actually listen to what they're actually saying, they're actually just telling the truth.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I have to admit, one of the ones who really pissed me off the most, I think, was Teresa R. You know, because it was like, there was just so much. It was like, and then I've got other information about things that she'd done that might have been a little bit on the iffy as far as legal, you know, but all these things, you know, so what? I don't even care. I sit there and see she's got a big channel. A lot of people like that drama shit, but she is really good at researching public records that anybody can do. But she keeps an eye on people. She fucks with people she shouldn't. But the ones that they do get every once in a great blue moon, once we give them somebody, because they don't get nothing unless we give it to them. They sit back and wait for us to move. Without us, they have nothing. And that's the way it is. But they're needed in this community.
Well, okay, so
they really
all
are.
right, so there's quite a lot
Excuse me,
to unpack there, isn't there?
Excuse me. Jeremiah, I'm going to tap on out, and I'm going to get on to bed here. Got some things to take care of before I get to bed. And thank you for a moment. And you know where I'm at. Catch up with me sometime, brother. Farmer, Watcher, we'll see y'all later. Thank you. Have a good night.
Remember, Rob,
Go.
the troll is your friend, Rob. The troll is your friend.
No,
Thanks for coming up here.
See, I think we need to embrace our trolls.
I realized y'all are needed, but no, I'm not really going to embrace a lot of the rude shit that they say that's like totally off the freaking wall. You know, they're going to come out there and say bold-faced lies, you know what I mean? And they're going to try to sit there and hammer me with lies over and over and over. I'm not putting up with that shit. You know?
But then, I mean, it's not like that sort of behavior is just confined to, let's call it the troll community, right? I mean, you do get the exact same behavior coming from auditors and cop watchers and stuff as well. People making up lies about each other and doing all sorts of crazy, dodgy shit. So, you know, I'm not going to
watch them pages, dude. I'm going to allow them to do what they want to do. When it's illegal, they'll get busted. But I'm not going to watch their pages, man. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all there's so many good freaking activists out there.
But, well, okay. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Aren't you doing to the police the exact same thing what we guys do to you, essentially? No, but what I'm talking about, like you're saying, well, you don't go and watch the bad auditors, right? And that's fair enough, right? Well, I could say, well, I don't go and watch the bad police. Aren't you doing to the police? Aren't we doing to you essentially what you do to the police?
If you were doing a news story and you came out there and said, okay, here's this guy, but when you guys go to their page and you just hammer them and just keep typing shit like they do to me. Oh, you sold drugs to underage kids. It's plain out bullshit. You know what I mean? Everybody.
I personally don't do that, but okay. I mean,
constantly say stupid shit like that. But go ahead.
But PDF, me and you have had conversations just in the last few days how I do not agree how you and other auditors go out confronting the cops, just trying to get an interaction out of them. To me, that is just bullshit. That's not doing it the right way. And that's
how
exactly
is she going to try to get an interaction? How are you going to expose a crooked cop?
Let the cops come to you. Okay, that's what the trolls do. Trolls are coming to you.
When have I ever went up to a cop?
When have you not? Me and you have
They
had
come to me. The cops walk up to me every single time.
Yep, after you open your mouth and you go off on them. Or
well, they got to be in front of me before I can go off on them. I don't walk up to them and go off. They walk up to me and say something stupid, and then I go off. Like one cop says, I was barking at him. To me, he called me a dog. So he got a whole lot of fuck yous and a see you later for goodbye, Felicia. He deserved every bit of it. He told me I was barking at him.
When you go out there and you confront these cops, and you get in their face and you start screaming at them or yelling at them or cussing at them before they have said a single word to you, that is simply seeking attention. It is not the right way to do auditing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's asking for trouble, man. By the way, Jeremiah, I've got to go. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in the UK, so God bless. And for your atheist viewers, have a nice night.
All right, thanks for coming.
I'm an atheist. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, C. What do you like to be called,
nice
by the way?
To you again, sir.
My name's Ghost. I'm a Muslim, but I respect atheists, and everyone the right not to believe in God. I don't post my views on anybody.
Nice. I'm Shiva. You should come by my show sometime. You might like it. It's a bit of we take the piss out of everyone, including myself. I did a rap battle last night. That was embarrassing. No, I'm not good at rap. All the really cringy when you see a white person trying to rap, and it's really cringe.
I don't see no race, but I can understand what you mean. Of your caliber, yeah, I'm mixed race.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right, okay, yeah. Well, or at least when you see someone who doesn't rap, and then they try to rap, and it's just hideously embarrassing. It was like that. The other guy was white, though. He was actually good at rapping, although he's incredibly racist.
There's always that one grandpa at the roller skating rink who hasn't skated in 50 years,
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we have my eye on you up here. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I'm
doing pretty good.
My new glasses.
Got my eye on you.
Hey, I'm debuting my new glasses. How you like them?
Cute, buddy.
Let me see.
Now, hey, Jeremiah, is that going to be taunting the police and we're doing it wrong? Because he has fingers in. Yeah. He's going to be all dressed in black, too. We're going to be all dressed in black. So now we're doing it wrong because you don't agree with how we do it, is what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying.
Well, so I've had this discussion with you before. I'm going to keep coming back to this.
Right. Okay? That's why now that we have. So we have the man in black here.
Okay. And my eye on you, I think I've already told him too. You guys went to that Trump rally, right? And my eye on you was dressed as Antifa. Was that
No, he wasn't. That was your opinion.
Okay, so what was the point of wearing all black if you're not trying to get a rise out of the Trump supporters?
Because I wear all black. I wear a lot of black anyway, and it's not trying to get a rise. It's it's one of those things where who cares what I'm wearing? You see what I'm saying? It's like the Amish when they walk down the road and dressed in their clothes. I mean, who should care what they're wearing?
It's almost as if you have no idea what context is.
What do you mean?
Let's say I would wear all black just to see what they would do if they would treat me like I was Antifa, and if that was the fact, yes, they did, and that'd be definitely prejudiced right there, and they would be prejudiced about anybody they seen in black. That's prejudices, You'd be prejudiced because he was wearing black. And that's not right.
Context. Again, context. Do you guys know what the word context means? Come on.
Yeah.
Psychological.
Context. Stay on topic. Are those light up glasses or just really reflective?
No, they're just I 3D printed them. They're out of a pink PLA, that's all.
Oh, no shit. All right, cool. All right,
Oh,
back to stay on topic, guys. Focus.
Only YouTube watcher gets away with that comment.
Well, no, that's where it would cross the line as far as freedom of choice and other people's decision. It's like Jeremiah says, well, you have to do it right, which means his way is right, but somebody else's way might be right. And then that goes against Jeremiah's way, what he thinks is right. So now he says, well, the whole community's fucked up because they're not doing it my way and the way I.
No, it's not.
You can't be right.
No,
no.
No, now you're twisting my words. I never once said that. Okay.
No,
let me jump in here for a second. Okay, I did not audit today. I've been driving most of the day, and I'm dressed in black. I didn't dress in black just because I wanted to get a rise out of somebody. I dressed in black because I like to dress in black.
Have you changed since? Because you appear to be wearing a pale green top at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying, even if he did wear black to get a rise, that's his choice. It's not someone else's choice how he decides to do it. Just because we don't believe that we would do it the way they do it, our only choice is to not watch them. Their only choice to not be on camera is to walk away. It's the same thing.
But the thing is, when you're doing it to get a rise out of somebody, now you're only doing it for clicks and views. You're not doing it to actually show these people, listen, we have the right to do this. You're just out there trying to get a rise out of them so you can film it and put it up on YouTube, get clicks and views, and get a couple $dollars here and there.
No, that's not why.
That's their choice. You don't have to give them. You don't have to give them the click and view. That's their choice to do that. And it's legal. That's the point. You have to give freedom if you want yours.
Just because it's legal, doesn't make it right. By the United States law, you can marry a 13-year-old. Does that make it right? Come on,
I don't know about that law, but I'm saying if it's legal to do, you can't take someone's rights away to do something that's legal. The only choice you have is to not watch, to walk away. Now, you can bitch and raise hell and make channels and cuss all day long, but then you're basically joining their club because they're.
Well, hang on. How is that different from what you're doing? How is creating a channel to bitch and cuss any different from what you're doing? It's just a personal expression of rights, right?
That's my choice, and that's your choice. You can do that, but I don't have to watch your channel. You don't have to watch mine. But I have to give you your right to do that, or I don't have my right to do it. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So where do your rights?
That's why I thought different about.
So just like so,
my
what if
stop become breaking the law? That's where my rights stop.
So let me run a hypothetical situation by you. If I was walking down the sidewalk and you were filming, and you were also walking down the sidewalk, and I asked you not to film me,
and I'd shoot you to bird and tell you to fuck off and die.
Right.
I'd keep walking.
Okay.
I'd stop and.
Right. Well, yeah. Right. But then, what if I then walked away from you, and then you continue to film me?
Away.
Yeah,
well,
but what
if I'm on a public street, I could follow you probably. I don't know how
far.
And
so at what point does that become illegal?
I would have to check the laws on that because I would never do that, so I wouldn't even know what that law was. But I'm sure there's a harassment law, a stalking law, but there's also a law that I could walk down the sidewalk behind you as long as I ain't probably walking up behind you like they did me in North Carolina over and over again. As long as I didn't do that, I guess it would probably be legal. But yeah, I could probably follow you down the street for however far I felt like following you.
And could you harangue me while you were doing that?
I could
call me a motherfucker and all that.
Well, see, now there we go. Now there we go with the hate speech, and you have to really research it because when you say mother,
I didn't mention I didn't mention hate speech.
Well, that could be considered fighting words by throwing there's certain words are fighting words legally.
Okay, so
well, I've heard you call people motherfucker.
So you just now said fuck off and die. That's what you would say to somebody. Is that not fighting words?
That's probably what I would say. But see, you forgot the probably part because that's how I talk. But either way, that could be considered fighting words, yes. But then again, it might not be. See, there's a fine line on words, man, and you have to know a lot before you can really venture into it and get too deep as far as using. And when you say mother, you could have said mutter. You didn't have to say mother. You know, it's like saying "god damn." You didn't say God, you said "got." You know, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can talk, but my point is, it depends on the arresting officer in one case. In another case, legally, yeah, I can walk down the street behind you. And if I want to talk and cuss and scream and holler and raise hell, yeah, I could probably do that too legally. Yeah, that'd be my answer.
Okay, so I got a question. You're driving down the street, right? And you see somebody pulled over, and you're gonna stop and go film the cop. Are you gonna say one damn word to that cop if he doesn't say one thing to you?
No, probably not. Probably not. I don't see any reason to.
Well,
But
for the
no,
most
that's not how
for the most part, when I see you out there, that is, you do actually make the first contact, the first words.
Then you ain't watched my videos.
I have. Even when you go into the courtrooms, or not the courtroom, into courthouses, I see you.
If I walk into a courthouse or something like that, I'm going to say hello, how are you every time. Yeah, I usually have them first.
Yes, but it doesn't stop there, and that's where I say is now you're trying to get a rise out of somebody because of the stuff you do say. You see, if you do it without thinking, PDF, you the words you use are
I'm going for the jugular, dude. The jugular. But see, I'm allowed to say that's my point. You can't tell me I'm doing it wrong. It's not your right to tell me I'm doing it
okay,
wrong.
so is it
how you do it?
Okay,
but you can't tell me how I do it. Huh?
Is it your right to tell the cop he's doing it wrong?
Yeah, because he works for us.
But hang on. What if I don't think he's doing it wrong?
That's up to you then. So you can give up your rights. The cops don't take your rights away. You give them to them. They never take your rights away. Cops never, ever take anyone's rights away unless they, I guess, grab you, throw you on the ground and do you. Then they're taking your rights away. But as far as arresting you, words that you use, it's your choice. You have a choice to say, fuck the police, or you can say, hi, how you're doing. I usually say, hello, how are you doing? And then when they want to act like a fool, then I retaliate with, well, how many cops rape fucking babies? And they don't like it. And a lot of people, it sends fucking chills down their back. And that's why I do it. But yeah, that's my choice. And you don't have a right to tell me whether I'm wearing black to get a rise out of them or not, because that's my choice to get a rise out of them. As long as I'm not breaking a law, it don't matter if I wear black, just because you don't like it. You see what I'm saying? You're taking my rights away to choose for me by saying I'm doing it wrong, when it's my choice legally to do it any way I choose, any way my IU wants to dress. He has that right. You're telling him he don't have that right because you think he's doing it wrong. You don't have that right. That's that's my final conclusion.
I mean, anybody should have the right to dress however they want, unless it's naked. I mean, you're not allowed to go down the street naked. It's against the law.
Legal. Yeah.
But if I want to dress red, pink, purple, brown, whatever, I can walk down that street that way. I can go to a protest. I can go anywhere, even with a camera. It's the people's issue not to say something just because they think I look like somebody. Just because they think I look like somebody doesn't make me wrong.
So okay,
it's not my fault to think that.
So the question is, what kind of thing are you changing out there in the world by going out and confronting the cops and yelling at them, cussing at them, all that, versus going out there and just filming and let them know, listen, I'm here to get you on camera if you do something stupid?
Well, I don't cuss and curse at them unless they provoke me. I mean, I the only time that I've really cussed a cop out was, of course, Mayo. But look what was involved. I mean, if anybody stood there and not cussed at the cop under them circumstances, something's wrong with you.
I didn't cuss out Captain Mills. I did not cuss out the Boss Hog. I didn't cuss out the cops in Steenhatchee. I cussed out. Didn't really cuss out the cop in over there. The one that said I was barking at him when I said goodbye, Felicia. I didn't really cuss him out, but I gave him a few choice words.
But
I did cuss the cop that pulled us over illegally. I cussed him out.
Yeah. My eye on you. This entire stream started with how the 1A community has become a joke. Prove me wrong, because nowadays everyone's up on panels, or not everyone, but most of the auditors are up on panel bitching and trying to degrade each other and trying to discredit the other person just to make themselves look better or to get more clicks and views on their own channel. Prove me wrong.
Can we change that word to a lot of auditors, not most, because I don't know where you're watching. The most you ain't got the most I got, because I watch a lot of good fucking auditors. I don't see the shit you guys are talking about because I don't watch it.
I don't go to a lot of panels because of that. I don't go to panels that, it's like 10th Man. He's a waste of breath to me. If he's on a panel, I don't go to that channel. I don't mess with that. When I see people out there that all they want to do is drama bullshit and talk about everybody.
I may or may not made him mad. Hey, I may or may not have made him mad today on Jeff's panel, and Jeff shut his whole channel down after I went on there. So I don't know if it was my fault or not, or he had to go. I don't know, but there was a quick shutdown.
So let me get this straight, PDF. So you say you can use any words you want because it's your freedom of speech, correct?
Legally, the words that are legal, because you have fighting words. You have to go back to that. There are fighting words that you can say and be arrested, even if the guy beats you up for saying them, and you said them. He can beat you up for saying them, and then you'll go to jail for saying them, and he won't for beating you up. There are fighting words, legal words.
Okay,
so you have to be careful on that.
So is it right to sit there and cuss at a cop and call him every name in the book?
Is it right for a cop to rape babies every single day? Get busted?
No. That's not what I'm asking.
Well, that's what I'm asking, though. It's the same thing to me.
No, it's not.
To me, cussing a cop out is nowhere near as bad as what they're doing to the people. Nowhere near what they're doing.
Here's the issue with that. Okay, certain people I don't like a lot of times how they do it, but let's talk Eric Brandt. Eric Brandt does it, and the reason why he does it, it's not so much to get a rise out of his audience as it is he's testing the cops. They're not allowed to react to you for that. They got to stand there and take it. That is their job. That is part of their oath, and you're testing that will, and they have to be able to stand there. And when they walk away from that and everything's fine, I'm sure Eric will even tell you he's proud of that. He's glad they did that. That's what he's looking for them to do. That's the test. Do I do that? No, I don't like to do that. I mean, I'll stand there and cuss them just as bad as anybody else if they piss me off enough. But I'm not going to stand there and cuss at him just because he's looking at me funny. I mean,
there's going to be a reason. There's going to be a reason.
So if you guys say that, we have the freedom of speech and we can call cops whatever we want or whatever, so is it okay for me to call a woman a bitch? That's my right. That's my freedom.
No.
That's my right and my freedom. No, hang on. That's my right and my freedom. So why are you telling me that I'm wrong if I do that?
Because you got to understand, okay? This is where a lot of people go wrong about the Constitution and our rights. The Constitution and our rights are against the government, not other people.
Eric said that already a while ago.
Can I make a point real quick? It is completely legal to cuss somebody out and call a woman a bitch or whatever. It may not be okay in the eyes of society. It may not be what people call, using, a little bit of tact, or, it may be called uncouth.
Right.
But it's not illegal.
Right. That's why I say, is it right? No. But we're not going with right. We're going with legality when we're dealing with the cops. We keep bouncing back from following some guy down the street to dealing with cops. There's a fine line in the middle between these two situations. You see what I mean?
By the way,
Stephanie London is in the chat. What's going on?
When it comes to private people versus the government or public officials, you're walking a fine line when you're cussing a private citizen out.
Exactly.
When it comes to a government official, okay, now we're protected by the Constitution to a certain extent, that is. And that's why you do it, and that's why you test it. I mean, for me to go down the street and to call somebody a bitch, yeah, it's probably not illegal. But at the same token, if it depends on how far I take it, I could be arrested for harassment, whatever. And that's because I'm doing that towards a private citizen and not a government official. You know, now
that's where, like I say,
that
it can go into the disturbing the peace and all that. You know, that's what I mean. There's no guarantee on anything when it comes to the law. It's just the way it is.
Especially with private citizens versus the government. It's two different things.
Because you got the fighting word thing. That's a whole different thing. There's not really fighting words with a cop. They're not in actuality, because he's not allowed to fight you, basically. I mean,
it's like furry potatoes. She goes out there and stands at churches and all that stuff, and she's working her right to film. Well, they're also working their right for religion, but at the same token, they come and attack her all the time. Do you ever see her really get mouthy with any of them? No, because she don't need to. All that's happening is she's exposing the religious sector on how nasty they can be against somebody that's doing exactly what they're doing, and that's their constitutionally protected activities.
Same amendment.
So, I mean, you know, as long as you're not provoking anything, I mean, the camera shouldn't provoke what's going on, but it does.
How many people said, "Oh, you cussed that cop out for no reason in Taylor County"? What do you mean, no reason? He pulled me over with the threat of death, arrest, or shoot me, whatever, at gunpoint with flashing lights. I have a right to cuss his ass out. And that's the only way they're going to learn, when you cuss their ass out. Like the cop that crawled across my gate. I'll cuss him out every time I see him till the end of time. I don't give a shit.
So let's backtrack a little bit to where I started to talk about, you know, cussing the cops out. I said I didn't say when you get pulled over. I said when you are out there and you're filming the cops pulling somebody else over, or the cops, you know, dealing with some other stuff, and then you walk up and you start cussing them out. Isn't that looking for attention?
I said I've never done that, and you said I always start with the cops. I always start saying some fucked up shit.
I don't know anybody that I pay attention to that I've ever seen just walk up and start cussing the cops. It usually starts out by the cop turning around and saying something or doing something to that person filming that they shouldn't have just. They should have just stood there and kept going about their business and don't worry about that person with a camera. I mean, that's
Bao might have done it once or twice, but that shit was funny.
Well, you know, Bao doesn't always provoke. It's usually the cop usually says something like back up or something. I mean, maybe the cop didn't say something crazy, but you know, the thing is the cop should never even respond to him.
Bao knows what he's going to do before he even walks up there. But I was just going back to, Bao might have done that once or twice, but it was funny as hell.
I don't even think I've ever walked up and started singing happy, 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 fuck the cops day. I don't think I've ever done that to an officer for no reason. At a protest, I may have done it I didn't even do it at damn Madison. We walked up there and that guy started threatening us right away. As soon as he did, I went off. And it was like that the rest of the day. I don't start nothing with nobody. I walk up with my camera. I never start shit with people. Hello, how are you doing? If they're nice to me, I'm nice back. It's just the way I am naturally. If they say one cross word to me, well, fuck you then. You deserve more than a fuck you, because you just said what you said to me. I'm not allowed to say fuck you back. That's shit. That ain't never going to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Well, me and you have gone in circles on this on different phone calls in the last week a few times, so you know exactly where I stand.
Well, that's what I mean. You see how I am. I'm not going to back down when they say something
find a video that I said something first to a cop that was rude. You don't find it.
Can I interject once more?
Yeah.
Not everybody goes about things the same way. It's the end result. It's the the target, right? You want to test, you want to tape them, you want to or video them or whatever. You want to keep them accountable, and some people just go a different direction about what they're keeping them accountable for. Some people just want to be able to sit quietly and film. Some people want to test to see if that cop is going to be a complainant, or if he's going to go solicit some complaints from some people standing around. Everybody has a different agenda, and some of those agendas might not be okay with you. And if it's not, change the channel, watch something else.
Yep. But
to come out and bash people, I guess that's getting back to the actual topic of the the agenda we got here.
Yeah, I go as far as I've had quite a few cops that I've praised because they understood your right, they stood up for your right, they were pleasant, they never got out of hand. They took the line of questioning and sarcasm or whatever you want to call it sometimes, and did exactly what they're supposed to do. And I commend them guys. I mean, I always praise those guys. Are they tyrants behind the scenes? Who knows? When they're in front of the camera, they may just play that role. But if I don't catch them, there's no reason for me to cuss them out. That's simple.
Hey, the one in Taylor County, he knew my rights. He respected my rights. It was dark out. We were doing that 5-hour live, and he knew all about my rights. Yep, you got your rights, whatever. And the next day he got suspended because he was posting racist things on his Facebook page. And I'm thinking, it just goes to show, just because they're nice and know your rights that night, the next day they're suspended from the force because they're a racist. And I'm like, damn, he was right there in front of me and I didn't even know it. But hey, it's the way it works. That's why you got to keep testing them. You don't just test them one time. Have different people test them. Have Val show up. That's what we want. Just because everybody does it different, well, we all need it done different. There ain't no set rules on how it's supposed to be done, as long as you're within the law. To me, that's the main thing we're trying to stand up for, is the law, which they're not standing up for. They're doing everything outside the law possible. But if an auditor does one thing wrong, he's got every troll page in town making a video about him saying, oh, he did it wrong. See, he's no good. Well, how's that? That doesn't work. That's not freedom. That's not giving up rights. And then how can you take my rights away to do it the way I want to do it? But now I get to say how you're doing something and I don't like it. So, when you do your show next time, I won't cuss the cops, but now you got to do something that somebody else wants you to do. No, you can't take away my freedoms as long as I'm legal, because you don't think I'm doing it the right way. You don't have to like it. You don't have to watch. But you can't tell me how to do it. You tell me I'm doing it wrong. You can throw me suggestions and say, hey, Bloods, if y'all did it this way when you went on these panels, and you'd probably look a little bit better. Well, that's cool. But you can't come out and tell someone, hey, you're doing it wrong. You're making all the activists look bad. No, they're making themselves look bad. That's just how I feel as far as what freedom is to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could be wrong. Everybody knows everybody's wrong. I've been wrong, probably going to be wrong tomorrow. But that's how I feel about freedom.
But, I just don't, it's not, I just don't like certain channels, certain panels, because it becomes a lot of drama there. I just ain't one of those people that wants to dwell in drama. I mean, that.
Josh. Have you ever watched Josh? Have you ever watched Josh Smile on You? Have you ever watched the Josh dude?
Josh who?
Abrams, the one dude just went to jail or something.
Yeah.
I never watched his channel. I never, I
don't watch it much because,
huh?
Because that's, I mean, sometimes he's okay and sometimes he's not.
I watched him back when he had Hot Girl. When Hot Girl was around, I watched it. And I seen how they were. I backed away from that channel.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what they did. I don't agree how they are, who they are. I didn't watch them. I moved over to another channel. There was there's so many good fucking channels out there, man. I wish everybody could see what I watch, because I don't see these panels. I go on some of them and raise hell. That's right. I go in there and cuss them out like the best of them, but I have a right. I'm not just an activist. I'm not just an auditor. I'm just an American. You don't have to be just one thing. Just because they're auditing and that's all you see them doing, and you see them fucking up, well, they're not just an auditor. Well, some of them are, I guess, but
Hey,
that's just like a good friend.
On that. Oh, sorry, am I on you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, on that same note, you don't have to always concentrate your time on YouTube watching, First Amendment or cop watchers or, auditors or anything. There's a lot of other good channels out there. I'm personally into a lot of the car channels and, some of the homesteading channels. And sometimes people just need to take a break from it and go watch some other shit for a week and then come back and go back to watching for the reason that they started watching and not where they left off at. You know what I'm saying? Just like
market, man, it goes down a lot.
But I watch a lot of different stuff myself. I don't just watch, activists and that, but I watch a lot of different stuff. Just,
he watches his printer a lot.
Yeah. But,
no, just saying, you know what I mean? That's how we got to be. We got to give it to them. If they want to be stupid, you got to be strong. But you can go on down there.
I'll give it to you this way, okay? A friend of mine, a little while ago, he got a little heated with me about abortion. And why Trump needs to be in the office so that he can get rid of abortion, legalized abortion. I don't believe in abortion. Okay. And I tell him that I don't believe in it, but it's not my body. It's not my right to tell somebody what they can do with their body and what's in it. It's just like drugs. I think they all should be legalized. Why? Because it's your body. It's your choice. Now, if you're out there messing with somebody else's body, different story. But when it's your body, it's your right, not mine, not anybody else's to take that right away. It's your body. And, until we all think that way, we're not going to band together. Everybody has their individual rights to do what they want within the reason. And, even abortion. Yes, I don't agree that you're taking a life, but it's not my body. It's not my decision. I'm not the person dealing with it. And I don't think
I just
we
say
need
about
to make
the
that
abortion
decision.
thing?
Yeah.
If it's a lot safer for a medical doctor, medical professional to do that abortion rather than make it illegal for that doctor to do it, and they go a different route that might kill the mother also.
It's still happening now.
Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be polite
I know
about
what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's happening now because people are afraid to go do that. I only agree that if anybody needs to do it, it's because there's going to be death involved anyway, or, it's a rape situation maybe. But early on, there's other ways of handling it. There's after the day after pill. There's no baby there no more just yet. There's just a seed there. So, but, I just don't think that anybody should be making that decision, but the person that the body belongs to. That's just like anything else out here. There's no reason for us to make that decision on somebody else when it doesn't harm anybody but themselves. Or, in this case, an unborn baby, but still, that person's carrying it in that body. They ought to have a right to say yes or no. And they have to live with that decision.
And that's when the father's supposed to come into play and take care of her. And you know, be there afterwards, and you know, that's that whole conversation stuff. But
an abortion without him. Hey, but to check this out, Jeremiah. What about the auditor dude that got that cop fired the other day that told him he don't give a fuck about his constitutional rights and he ain't politically correct? That's one of the most polite dudes you'll see out there auditing. I don't know if you've seen that. Did you see that guy?
I did, but did that guy cuss him out in the beginning?
Huh?
I did, but you know, that cop approached him and started going off on him. The guy wasn't cussing at the cop.
No, he didn't cuss at all. He's one of the most polite auditors out there. That's
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people like him.
Can I ask?
There's a lot of auditors.
Which one are we talking about?
The one that the guy was on the power lines going to jump or whatever, and the state cop told him to step back by the pole. And
where the chief came over there and arrested the guy just for not walking. Yeah.
Well, he's going to keep his pension probably. But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good freaking auditors out there. And it just hurts my feelings when you say, oh, the whole community's fucked. Well, the whole community's not.
Whoa. There you go again. Twist my words. I never said the whole community.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Not once did you hear those words come out of my mouth. Go watch the replay later on. So don't.
What did it say? What was the title? What was the title?
I never said that. So let me go.
What was the title? What was the title?
It's a joke. Prove me wrong.
Corona, Michigan. Okay.
When you say the activist is a joke, well, that to me, that's pretty negative. Okay.
I said the 1A community is a joke. It is no longer a community because the community is a group of people who sticks together, right? The community is not sticking together. It's a joke. The community has become a joke.
The strong ones are sticking together. You can't have everybody.
Not once did I say everybody. Not once.
No matter what you're into, it's just like being in business. You're going to have competitors. You're going to have people that are going to come in there and try to take over your territory and try to take over because they feel threatened by you. And that's what I see happening out here, because there's getting to be so many more people. Some of these people see that, hey, wow, this guy's got 200,000 subs. He's making this kind of money. I want to make this kind of money too, you know, but they don't realize that they work their tail off. They're not, you know, Amagansett Press, look at him. He's not crazy. This guy's pulling in big bucks, but does he really do it for the money? I don't believe so. But that's the benefit of it. You know, he makes a living doing what he wants to do, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He put in his dues before he got big. He got one good video that took off, and that's how he got all the subscribers. But he's a humble guy. You know, it didn't make him any different. He's still the same guy in his videos as he was back then as he is now.
Hey, won't he cuss them out too, though?
Oh yeah. If they get him started, once they start threatening him with violence and arrest and all that stuff, he lets loose. Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I get what you're saying. If I'm saying,
he also says, "Can we start over? I'll be nice, you be nice," that kind of stuff. I mean, he gives them that fair chance. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's just so many good people out there. That's what I was trying to say. When you say the community's a joke, to me, that's including everybody, and that's not right, because there's so many good freaking people that care, and a lot of them ain't making no money. Like, we don't make shit. I know you ain't making no money, Jeremiah, and you put out a lot of good hard work on these videos you've made. So Miles, you ain't making none. I ain't making none, and ain't even thought about it. You know what I mean?
And yes. Amagansett Press, right? That's who you're talking about. He's done some damn good videos, but he's also called the cops on himself just to get some damn footage.
How do you know that?
It's all over. A lot of people have said it already.
You're taking people's words.
Yeah, I don't believe Amagansett Press would do that.
Okay,
I don't think he would.
Okay. Can I say, if he did do it, I bet he doesn't do it again. Just saying.
But
when would he have done this? I don't believe it. I really don't. I don't believe he. I would have to have proof of that, because they've said that about everybody. They said it about Carolina Fort Worth a couple weeks ago, and she was so upset about it, she had to go get the records from the police department to prove she didn't call the cops on herself, that the 911 call came from somewhere else. So they say that shit about every fucking body out here. You know what I mean? How can you believe it?
They say that about all the California guys.
Yep.
You know, High Desert Community Watch is probably the biggest one they talk about. He calls themselves, you know, SVG and all them. They say they all call the cops on themselves and all that shit.
And maybe they did in the beginning. Maybe they did. But if they did, so freaking what? I really don't care, because everybody changes. Everybody gets better. I don't want to cuss cops out. I like having conversations with them. You know what I mean? Like the one I had a conversation with. I tried to tell him his sergeant beat a guy in the face with handcuffs down in Seminole County, and he didn't want to hear it. But a week, 2 months later, the same sergeant that I was trying to warn is beat a pregnant woman in the face. Well, why should I have not told him about that?
That goes back to that other debate. It's about, you know, are you baiting the cops? Are you not baiting the cops? Is it okay to bait the cops? I mean, they do, you know, lie, and they can dress up like a certain scandalous type of lady and stand on a corner and you know, completely rope you in, and then, you know, you go to jail for not receiving the goods that you supposedly paid for. I don't know how that's a thing, but they do it all the time. What's wrong with baiting the cops, right? They bait us all the time, right?
If that's what it takes, that's what it's going to take.
They're legally allowed to lie to us.
They're out of control.
But we can't bait them into some shit. I don't see how that's okay. I think baiting them is fine, but that's my opinion.
Hey, they try to give Eric how many freaking years, but yet how many of them get probation for the shit that's on my page? One after another gets probation, time served, no jail time. It's unbelievable, and they're raping babies, and they're going to try to stick us in jail.
I was thinking about it. That's why you don't have a lot of subscribers on your page, is because it's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's some medicine right there that people aren't willing to fucking take. You know what I'm saying?
I got like 8,500 people almost on my page, but I just don't get a lot of views unless the shit gets crazy, because
I know, but
click on it. They say, man, I click on it, but I can't even watch it. I turn the volume down, just let it play. I don't blame you, man. Sometimes it takes me 3-4 times to make a story. I got to keep erasing it and start over. But my point is, the horrendous shit that they're doing, the worst of the worst activists out there, calling the cops on himself or cussing the cop out first, is nothing compared to what the government's doing to the people. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's going on around us. They need more cussing. They need more.
So let me ask you this: if I walk down the street on the sidewalk with my camera and I have my glasses on, these glasses right here, is that wrong?
No, but when you are walking down the street and you just go randomly go off on people, yes.
But I don't do that.
Hey, no, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying that would be wrong. But we got
Auto mandate.
We need to get Otto up here.
That's fucked up.
I can't.
It's only strange to you because you don't do it that often. But there's a whole lot of people that have stay-at-home mandates, and that's very normal for them.
Well, Jeremiah, are you saying that if Eric come walking out of the bushes with a sign that said "fuck the police" and started singing "happy, happy, happy, fuck the cops day," he's starting shit with the cops, and you don't agree with that? That's basically, is that your saying?
That is exactly right. Yes.
Oh, well, see, we'll definitely never agree on this subject.
So how is a protest supposed to go? I mean, he protests. That is a protest. I mean, protest is not peacefully walking down the street. You're not going to ever get anywhere if you protest by just walking around looking dumb. You can't do that.
Okay.
When you protest, you got to yell, speak, talk, hold signs, get attention. That's what a protest is all about. That's a whole different ball game than standing there watching a cop.
Hey, and some people stand there and watch the cops and are silent as fuck.
That's exactly. That is the right way to do it.
Yeah, but they still get guns drawn on them. That's the thing. If you don't answer a cop's question, they're gonna do whatever comes to their little brain, whatever sounds fun at the moment. Should I call the ambulance out here and get them to inject this guy with ketamine, or should I just tase him right now because he won't answer my question and identify himself? right?
So
What sounds fun?
So the question is, you're going out there cussing up a storm and all this shit. What have you changed in society with doing that? Tell me one thing that you guys have changed. Anybody up here on panel that has gone out and cussed cops, and tell me one thing that you have changed by doing that.
Tell me something that'll change by not doing it, because look what's been going on. Ain't it about time people stand up and say, fuck the police? What part of their raping your babies don't people understand? What part about their selling drugs, their DUIing, they're crashing and killing people and getting away with it? What part of all the thousands and thousands of cops that get arrested every day and get probation don't people understand? But yet walking up saying, fuck the police is a bad thing. These are the same cops that'll smile on your face and tell you that they know your First Amendment right, and then they get arrested the next day. The same district state attorneys that stole $1 million from a homeless guy in Swanee County. Him and his mama was living in a $350,000 home off of that poor guy's money. What part of cussing them is worse than what they're doing to the people right now?
PDF, do you know the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You guys going out there cussing up a storm, all this shit, right? It's not changing shit.
So us guys. So what you're saying is this is what I do?
Did I say? I didn't say you.
You're saying you guys.
Okay, well, a lot of guys do that, yes. A lot of people, I should say.
I mean, I don't know who I watch that actually goes up and starts cussing out cops just to cuss them out. I don't know who that is. I'm trying
to figure out who all these people, this joke is about. Which group of these activists are the joke? That's the ones I'm trying to narrow down, because I mean,
there's some out there that, if they're standing there with a camera and the cop turns around and says something to them, they start cussing them, but that's not wrong to me.
The other
part was going into panels too. The other part was the panel thing, right, Jeremiah?
The ones that go out and they confront the cops and they literally say something first just to get a rise out of the cop, just to get an interaction with the cop. Those are the ones that have become a joke.
Well, who are they? Can you pick one? Can I see it?
You.
I'm one of them?
You're one of them, yes.
Okay. Well,
when has he done that?
When you walk into a courthouse, right? And you say hi, whatever, to the security guards or the cops, whatever they are standing there, right? It doesn't stop there. It goes on and on. Go back and watch it. I'm telling you, and this is why I've gotten so tired of watching this crap. Which it's not a loss if I stop watching anything. I'm just a single person, but it's going out and looking for an interaction, trying to interact with the cops just to see what they say. That's what I don't agree with.
Yeah, but you don't get to agree or disagree with what I do. If I want to talk to someone in a free society and I walk into the courthouse, say, hello, how are you doing? And I continue to talk to them the whole time I'm there, how do you have a right to tell me I'm not allowed to do that? And if I bring up, and let me finish, if I bring up about how many cops are raping babies during my conversation, how do you have a right to tell me I'm not allowed to do that?
It's the words you use in the beginning of the conversation.
What words? Hello, how are you doing?
No, go back and watch a lot of your videos where you walk into a courthouse. And it's not just you, it's a lot of people who do it.
I've only ever walked into, let me see, one courthouse I didn't get in, Taylor County. I walked into Madison Courthouse, had a dialogue with them. They didn't like me near the end because I kind of pushed his buttons a little bit because I'm good at it. I like pushing their buttons. See, that's the difference between you and me. I'm not afraid to push their buttons to see how far they'll go, just like the way a lot of auditors do. And that's, I think, you're getting confused about. You don't understand what we're doing because we are pushing their buttons, and that's our job. We want to get the crooked ones out, and that's the ones when we push their buttons and they go off real fast and easy. Yes, that gets you clicks and views.
See, the other thing that people got to understand is government officials do not have the same rights under the guise of public official as we do. They don't have it.
I even tell them
that is true. They did sign away a few of their rights to have that job as a public official. That's true.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna talk to him. You damn right. If I see a cop, shit, and he acknowledges me, or he's in official capacity, like at a courthouse, and they're gonna talk back to me. You see the things they say. What's your name? They say the same shit the cop does on the street. If you watch the video and actually listen, you'd hear the shit they'd say. And then I'm not allowed to come back with what I say because people don't want to hear that shit. Fuck that. They're going to hear it. The cop's going to hear it. He getting paid for it. I can't count how many
But
cops
that is true. The cops, they have to identify by their own policies. And they can't come at you some kind of way, start cussing and screaming and let their emotions get a hold of them. They can't do that by their own policy in most cases.
Yeah, the only courthouse I've ever walked into was Madison Courthouse, and they kind of gave a shit. My eye on you was there, but we talked to the one dude a long time. He was in charge of taxes or something. He was kind of cool to the end. We had a really good conversation there till the end. And then the one cop tried to be an asshole, so I showed my ass to him too. But no, I'm not going to back down. I don't care. As soon as they say something half off the wall to me, they get both barrels. They get all I have to give them. And I won't never change. I'm that way to everybody, though. So you want to disrespect me? Well, I'll disrespect you back, and you probably won't like it. Just the way it is. But that's what I'm saying. You got to give their freedoms. They're going to give me mine.
Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to let, if Mile wants to dress in black and he says, you know what, I'm going to dress in black so I look like Antifa. And he walks out the road with his camera intentionally. If he would have done that, he has the right to do that. And just because someone else doesn't agree with it, they can't say, well, oh, you're all a joke. Well, they can because the trolls do it every day. But, oh, you're all a joke. The whole community's a joke because you're not doing it the way I want you to do it. Well, that's not right. You can't look at freedom that way.
When you want to say that I said that the whole community is a joke, go back to where I was referencing that to, and that was how they're all up on panel trying to discredit each other and bitching about this person, that person. That's not where, when I said in the beginning that the community was a joke, it was not about people going out and doing this and that. I was talking about on panel.
I said that a while ago that this was about the panel thing. A couple things back I was saying, but that's what I'm saying. It's also about the panels.
So, can I point out one thing here? Most of the people that are watching the videos, even if it's live, they probably don't chat. Then there's that percentage that do chat, and out of those percentages, there's another percentage that go on panels. I mean, at the end of the day, the people that are going on panels, bitching and starting shit between each other and all that crap, it's a very low percentage
of the actual.
Just saying, I don't think it's a whole lot of people. I think it's where you're drawing your attention, you see it more. If you weren't paying attention, you probably wouldn't know. Do you think Emma Gansett knows this is going on right now? You think News Now California knows this is going on? I doubt High Desert is aware at all.
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's the kind of people I watch. I don't watch the rest of that stuff. And I do like going in and catching up every once in a while. I mean, if it wasn't for some people out here, I would have never went on that one guy's channel. That there's been nothing but super fucking drama ever since then. And I was asked to go in there and help this guy, if I don't remember correctly, but I won't mention no names. But either way, I would have never been on that channel because I don't fucking go in channels on these panels and put up. And then when the next thing you know, I'm in these panels and everybody's attacking me. So of course I'm going to send a whole bunch of fuck yous back.
I owe somebody a kick in the knee, by the way.
I hope it ain't my knee. God damn, my knee hurts already. But that's what I'm saying. I don't usually go in them fucking panels. And when I do, I get attacked. but I never went in them before I went in that one guy's panel. You know what I'm talking about, dude.
But you know what? Who actually out there has panels that are true activists?
Bang. They do panels.
Yep.
You know, they
Right.
talk about, you know, what's going on, stuff like that. Yeah.
Is there issues with Bang, Jeremiah?
I don't even know who the hell that is.
That's Rogue Nation. That's News Now South Florida. Race Crispy.
I can honestly say I've not seen a single video of theirs ever that I know of.
My eye on you. I'm not my eye on you too, but eyes on the state. There's a whole bunch of Florida activists that don't do nothing but First Amendment audits, and that's all they do.
But their panels are clean. They don't sit there and bitch about everybody and you know, pick on people and all that other horse shit. I mean,
just saying that was the yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah,
see,
panel,
the thing is,
they do their shit, man. It's fucking awesome. It's legit.
But see, that's why I asked that question was, you know, you can't name very many at all.
And by the way, before I started this panel, I calculated the people that are in here, you know, from the auditing community. I'll probably lose people from that, which I don't care because only about 1% of my channel subscribers are from the auditing community, so it doesn't bother me if I lose anybody. But I finally had to fucking voice my opinion.
Hey, auditors aren't, well, like you said, it's not a small group anymore. And it's like Mylon, you said, you know, you got a whole bunch of people that join for the right reason. I think someone else in the chat was saying that. But then you got people, it's like when I started hauling cars, dude. You know, it seemed like at the end of the fucking construction era, I started getting into hauling cars. Well, then at the end of the construction era, everybody had a fucking truck and trailer started hauling cars. What happened? The price of the fucking cars fell. We couldn't make no money. Everybody's hauling them now. You know, so it's the same way with YouTube. Everybody was making YouTube. All of a sudden, millions of people sign up for YouTube. There ain't no money left in YouTube. So now they're scratching, they're doing whatever they can do. But like I said, I have a free choice. When I walk up to someone, if I've never walked up and said, fuck you, unless it was Condi, I think I might have said fuck you to him, but he deserves it. And I'll say it to him again and again. But either way, and no other officer gets disrespected by me ever. Never once without him disrespecting me first.
So let's go back 1 minute with something that you said. You said that a lot of auditors are now scratching and trying to come up with ways to make money, right? So that's what I see. So they are doing it for the money and the clicks and views. They're not doing it for the right reason.
A lot of them are, but they're not the ones that started it for the true. Maybe they did start it thinking that, but they're all scraping for $1 now, man. You know, it seems like to me. I don't know. Look how many new people popped up in the past 6 months with the COVID and the riots, the protests. So many new people popped up. It's unbelievable, man.
So you pretty much agreed that a lot of people might be doing it. Okay, I said might be doing it for clicks and views and the money. So does that?
I say they are. Yeah, I say 100%. A lot of people are basically using the system to benefit their own pockets. Yes, I believe that.
So are those people not the ones that are making the community a joke?
Well, I wouldn't call them auditors. I would just call them freelancers. You know what I mean? Freelance fucking Americans, freelancing off of another person's activism, you know?
But see, the other thing too is, you know, if you go to these panels that you're seeing this happening, how many other big name auditors, activists that are actually in there? How many of the big people, the people that I pay attention to, do you see in these? I don't see many at all. I mean, the one that I see out there mostly is Joe Cool, and I wouldn't say that he's not an activist, but you know, he's in there usually trying.
PDF is in there as much as Joe Cool is. Well, I'm just
saying. I know. I mean, PDF too. But
where at? Which page? Which page are we talking about? I missed it.
Any of them.
We're talking about in general, man. Just in general.
Oh, in a panels, you mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, y'all know who's the responsible for getting me started in that one panel trying to help that one guy out. And then I'm the last guy there trying to help the damn dumbass out to the point where I gave up. So now, and even when I go into the Drama Dome, I don't know if you ever heard Andrew say it, but he tells them, he says, you trolls think you're trolling the dirt farmer, but in actuality, he's trolling you. And they was too stupid to realize it, but he figured it out. So there's two ways to play the game, and it doesn't make it right or wrong. As long as you're legal and you're not violating the law, well, then you have a free right as an American to do what you choose to do, as long as you're not breaking the law.
I mean, who was that just got arrested here not too long ago that went out there and was bitching and complaining because nobody put up money for his bail?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and I felt insulted. Oh, you guys ain't helping me. You guys aren't supposed to blah blah blah. Yeah.
See, to me, that's not an activist.
I won't watch that channel again ever. I will never watch that guy.
To me, that's somebody that's looking for a handout. They're going out here to become popular and hopefully make a bunch of money on YouTube and get people to give them money.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to watch that person ever again.
I mean, I go out here and I get arrested. I'm not going to expect the community to donate to get my ass out of jail.
What do you think of Johnny 5-0?
I appreciate it.
What do you think of Johnny 5-0, Jeremiah? You ever watched Johnny 5-0 and Bell for Freedom?
I've watched Johnny a long time ago, but not recently, no.
He does some wild stuff. He took like a giant wheelbarrow full of pennies down there to try to pay his ticket one time.
Hell yeah, that was a funny ass video too.
He got like a million views on that one. That shit was hilarious. But he don't usually cuss them or nothing. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of watching Johnny 5-0. And he does stories, but he don't do panels. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen. I mean, he might pop in on somebody's room or something, but I've really never seen Johnny on a panel. But
that's what I'm trying to get at is, most good activists don't do panels.
Nope. And I'm not really an activist, man. I'm new at this shit. I just started fucking around in the past couple of years as far as walking around with a camera, showing my ass because I can. And they done pissed me off, and they deserve every bit I can give them and more. That's how I feel about it. And there's nobody will change me because I started it out here when they started it out here. So now it's my turn. What's worse, me cussing them out or them toting me off and putting me in fucking chains? Well, I think they deserve a whole lot of cussings, but I don't cuss them out unless they approach me first and they're rude.
I mean, it takes you right back. It takes you right back to the 10th man. I don't follow people that give into his bullshit because it's always me. Okay, this shit ain't about me. This shit's not about me at all.
If they walk up and say, "Give me your ID. What's your identification?" To me, you might as well just cussed me. If I'm in public and I'm on, or you know what I mean, and you say, "Give me who are you? What's your name?" Like they did it over there in Union County when they all came out of the courthouse on us. I went off on him, but he didn't no right to approach me. Period. So he just
not while he's getting paid and on the job. That's right.
We're walking up the street past the courthouse. We don't pass the doors. We're just walking down the street, and we're putting our cameras on the back of their cars because their cars are parked illegally
on the street, on the fucking street.
So then they go come out and ask us who we are. What are we doing? We don't know you. We know every. No, you're not. You're going to get a whole lot of fuck yous from me. I don't care who you are.
And by the way, PDF, we're going to use the stock market words, right? So I just lost 5 subscribers. But how do we say it? What do we say in the stock market? We're only weeding out the weak hands. I don't need you. See ya. Bye.
That's it. Goodbye. Because they're not real activists. Because the real activists understand, dude. They understand that we can have a debate back and forth without hating each other for life. They can't handle that, man. They don't fucking know how to get their point across, and then you get your point across, and we both disagree because you're never going to agree with how these idiots work. But the funniest part is I don't agree with them either. I never agreed with Shiva. I never agreed with, let's say, Teresa R., one of the worst of the worst. But I kind of do now. I see their point, and they're after the ones that you're talking about. But it's not the activist, the real activist community that I watch. You're watching the activist community that the trolls need to go after. You don't see them fucking with Big Nick down in South Florida. You don't see them fucking with Rogue Nation, Johnny Five, Bell for Freedom. You got a few that'll try to play with San Juan Keen, but not really. You go out west, all them dudes out west, man, them trolls don't play with them. Them boys are solid. You know what I'm saying? They fucking know what they're doing. They know how to push the buttons. They do it just right. And that's kind of what I do. I might do it a little bit crude. I use words people don't usually hear or listen to or want to hear, especially the cops. And I love telling them, you know, I've done over 1,000 stories of cops raping babies in the past year. Some of them stories had 20 cops in them. I love that shit, dude. Fuck them. They're the ones doing it, not me. So I hope it gets to the core of people. They get so fucking angry when they hear me say that it just, they freaking melt right there on the fucking floor. That's how angry I want it to get everybody. If it makes you cringe, then my job is done. That's how I feel, man. Because if you don't have that strong dislike for what I did, then you'd have no feeling at all. You see what I'm saying? And I try not to cuss. Believe me, I do. I say it every time. I'm going to try not to cuss this time, you guys. It just never fucking works out well for me.
So in a nutshell, it seems to me that there's a lot of people out there that have their own way and have their own ideas about what cop watching and or auditing entails. Some people, they want to be polite, societal standards, that sort of thing. Other people, they want to be a bit more brash. They want to go about it in a, let's just call it a confrontational way for, conversation, right? At the end of the day, we've all got different ideas, but the end result, like the main goal is some sort of transparency, right? And when it comes to the community and these panels and how we talk to each other, I think there's a lack of diplomacy. You understand? I think people aren't being nice, right? I mean, it is the internet. There's, keyboard warriors. There's people that just want to say things and they think they can get away with it because they don't have their camera running and, whatever. Or maybe they're not on the panel. They're just in the chat and they just think they can be rude as fuck and whoever and whatever. And they think it's funny.
James Freeman said it the best. When he tried to be nice, they fucking arrested him. When he went in there and was like, fuck you, I know my fucking rights, you piece of shit, they left him alone. That's what James Freeman said one time. And I was like, yeah, if you watch it, it's kind of like that. I don't know, man. I try to be nice to everybody. I don't give a shit. I've always tried to be nice to people. I think
it's a lack of diplomacy. I think that there's a lot of people that run panels that just let whatever happen. There's a few people that actually say, hey, and they'll mute everybody and say, hey, guys, we got to be respectful and nice. And then they'll unmute and conversations continue. Otherwise, you go in the basement if you're being an asshole. But that's why it's not a public forum per se. It's a privately run stream. All of these are. And you let happen what you let happen. If you can be diplomatic about it, if we can have adult conversations, so be it. It's up to the channel owner to make that happen. Otherwise, it's just going to be a free-for-all, and there's going to be a bunch of adults acting like children. Diplomacy is the key here.
Yeah, and if you pick the right people to watch, it would rejoin your faith would be regained as far as the real community, not the supposed ones that want to act like they're the community. Because I can't say I'm part of the community, dude. I've done a few things with a camera. I'm learning every day. I don't want to cuss, but if they push me, I will. I have no problem with it. I try not to, but it comes out. I can't help it. I've worked construction my whole fucking life. It's the way I've been. But either way, we do need the panels. The panels are what are exposing the idiots like me. Get out here and cuss them out. That's a dumb motherfucker. I say, yep, but I'm a free dumb motherfucker. So that's the difference.
And by the way, you know, the title of this is "It's a Joke, Prove Me Wrong." That means it's open for discussion, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna sit here and say you're a piece of shit for having your opinion. And I hope in return I get the same respect. It's just
no, you like me. You asking the question. It's the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the one. You put up the debate. It's up to us to debate it. You just brought the question and the platform to debate it on. And if people want to unsubscribe to you for that, well, fuck them. They can unsubscribe from me too. I really don't give shit. Like I said, I got faithful people on my channel.
Yeah.
Faithful. Jeremiah,
what's up?
You know how I've handled all this shit all these years, okay? And I've put up with your shit, and you've put up with my shit how many years, and it ain't gonna fucking stop now. So.
And if these YouTube trolls just only knew how weak they are compared to the shit that we went through on Facebook, they're weak. Just saying.
You know, but you know that's just why I don't pay attention to all this stuff. I don't get into it. I'm not just I just do what I do, and that's what I do. And you know, if you're walking up to a cop and a cop wants to turn around and say, "Hey, you know, back up 10 feet," and you want to say "fuck you," hey, that's your right. Am I going to do it? Probably not.
No, I don't think I will either.
But you know, I mean, you know, I may say something, but I don't know how I'd react. It depends on the situation. It depends on what it depends on what they do to you, how they act to you, and you know, if they're respectful, I'll respect them. But at the same token, I'm not going to sit there and let them stomp all over me either. You know, they got a job to do. Do the fucking job. I'm just standing there watching them. And if it bothers them, that's not my problem. That's their problem. And
but if they said stand the fuck back and they used the fuck and disrespected you,
you know, but I do agree that there's people out there that do this just for the moment, and most of those people I identify with, and I don't mess with them. I don't watch their stuff. I don't pay attention to them.
Nope.
You know, and
I don't even talk to them. I won't even talk to them if I'm on a panel and they question me. Like tonight, I started some more shit tonight on a panel. So hey, you know, you'll hear about it tomorrow. There'll be a video made about it, I'm sure.
And by the way,
we all heard about it already. PDF. We already heard.
Damn, did I do good or not? No, I just don't want to put up with the bullshit. I didn't want to put up with the bullshit. I wanted to state a fact that they missed during their panel. I fucking trolled on their panel. I was lurking. And I didn't want to come involved because I don't want to be in the room with that piece of shit. Just like fucking my own, you say, go in there, they're in there. I don't even fucking want to be in there. But I wanted to get it through to them, a little bit of knowledge that they totally missed. They were supposed to be doing a panel about the Fourth Amendment. Well, they covered a lot of the bases, but all they covered was the legality, what's on paper. And that's not reality, what's in the courtroom, which I have been through. So I have a lot of knowledge about this subject. And the subject was your curtilage, which is an extension of your living room. It's your backyard. It can be treated just like your living room to where nobody can come into your living room. They can't come into your curtilage.
Well, it's actually any part of your property as long as it's fenced off.
No, it's not either, because that's the problem, you know. I tried to explain.
People have to have access to your front door. I mean, I guess that's the point he was trying to make earlier too.
No, if you got a privacy fence up, that's still part of the curtilage.
Well, it's all different in state and federal court too, because there's two different laws. But either way, the point is, if you have a fucking yard fence, they said, for instance, my yard was fenced to keep cows in, not people out. Even though I had a 4-foot fence with barbed wire around the top of that shit, it was.
No, your front yard in that case wouldn't be. But if you had a 6 foot.
Yeah, unless you had like a 10-foot fence with an electric gate, then you can create Fourth Amendment privacy in your front yard. But as far as
but there would have to be a way to alert you, because I mean, I guess what the thing is, how does somebody come knock on your door? Say I'm your neighbor, I just moved in, and I just wanted to come say hello to my neighbor and tell you I moved in and introduce myself.
If I got a 10-foot fence with an electric gate, I want privacy. But if I can afford privacy, that's the way that works, right? But if I don't have a 10-foot gate and the gate's open, or there's a walk-through gate and you can get through it or crawl over it, you can walk right up to the front door. Any Girl Scout could. That's the way they'll tell you.
Here's another question then. At that point, where's the sheriff going to leave a notice on your door if he can't get to the door? Is he supposed to leave it on the gate out there?
Yep, or they call 911, or they hit the siren, or they wait and drive by when they see a vehicle's there. You don't get to come on privacy if you create privacy. Now you're creating your Fourth Amendment because you can afford a 10-foot gate with barbed wire and an electric fence. Because they tried to bust the dude with weed, right? This is the case that closely related mine that was going on when my case was going on, and I was trying to fight my curtilage. They didn't have a right to walk behind my house. They never did, but they got away with it. Either way, they were supposed to walk straight to the front door. But the one case is the guy had an electric gate. They waited every morning he left to go to work. So as soon as he went to open his gate and go pull out, they whipped in his yard real quick. Well, they busted him because they smelled they had a dog and he smelled weed, and they searched and found the grow house. Okay, so now he went to prison, actually. I forget how many years he got. It's a major case, went to the Supreme Court, and it got kicked back because they didn't have a right to come in his gate like that. He had that gate secure for him to leave, not for them to enter. And then they kicked his case out. I mean, he won his case, but he had still spent like 2 years in prison, you know what I mean, before he got it appealed, fought it, and then won. So you have to create privacy if you want Fourth Amendment. You just don't get it. There is no such thing as your Fourth Amendment as far as your right to privacy.
When people are wrongly accused, they try to give them like so much money per year while they were in there. But holy crap, man, if Buddy was making a good living, that little bullshit they pay for being wrongly accused, and they pay you for the time that you'd served or whatever, I mean, in monetary value, sometimes that shit is peanuts, man. I don't know how they get away with that shit.
They do, but that's what I was trying to tell them. And then when I went in there and was telling him about the curtilage, where you got to put a fence up and around your backyard to keep everybody from coming into your backyard, no knot holes, so they can look through and see your plants, to be able to create privacy, basically, is what I'm trying to explain, how to get curtilage where it's guaranteed curtilage, an extension of your living room, where they can't see your plants growing inside there. That's basically what I was trying to fight in my case. So they were saying, being as I didn't have a fence around my backyard, anybody could have walked back there. So
Girl Scouts could have crawled through that fence.
So, you know, I mean, it was, even though in state court, they don't have a right to deviate from the path to the front door. You know, if you're sitting by the window at the side of the house and they can hear you in there talking, they're not allowed to walk up to the side of the house and look in that window. They have to go to the front door. That's state law.
They have to announce theirself. They can't just go peeping Tom on your shit. If I went up to your house and was peeking through the windows, that's peeping Tom, right? There's a law against that, right?
Well, they came across the fucking chain gate, went all the way past my front door, straight past my house into my backyard and smelled weed. And I fought it all the way to the federal court. And I gave up.
In my opinion, I think the police should be knocking on your front door immediately to announce their presence. I don't think they should be able to walk around the back side of your house or to the side of your house and peek in your fucking windows. I don't think that's legal. And if it is legal, I don't think it should be.
They're not supposed to be. No, they're not supposed to be able to get away with that. But see, in federal court, now they can say that they can have a deputy stand there and protect the back door to prevent escape from a wanted felon. But in a case like that, they would have to have someone go to the front door, which they never did. There's no
wait. I was going to say that's probably if they have a now in that case, I agree, but that's if they have a warrant to enter the house to come seize said person, to have somebody around the backside. I can understand that because they're going in.
They got a warrant. If they got a warrant for the previous owner's friend who had moved out 2 years prior to that, and he might have stayed on the couch. Well, they had a warrant for the guy who was the previous owner's friend, but they didn't have no search warrant for this property.
In that case, in my opinion, in that case, when they do a warrant and they fucked up, I think they should pay restitution to those people. And I think it should be a nice settlement. I'm just saying.
Here's where it even gets deeper, because in Florida, they had a case went through. It's called a Stegall warrant. They can't come to your house with an arrest warrant for me unless they can pretty much prove I live there. I got to have my driver's license, my social security check coming there, whatever. They got to have some kind of evidence. They got to search. They got to see me going in the house. It's called a Stegall warrant, which is a search warrant for your house with an arrest warrant for me, which they didn't have that neither. They just had an arrest warrant for a guy who may or may not sleep on the couch 2 years before I owned the property, because I bought the property. So everything they did was wrong, and they still got away with it. But don't say
I don't think they should be able to serve an arrest warrant unless they actually have eyes on you. If you're held up in some house for a fucking 15 years, I don't think they should knock on the door unless they can actually put eyes on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. They didn't even know anybody was home because all the lights were out and there was no vehicles in the yard either. So what the fuck, It's like, hey, wait a minute.
You can't go bust into a house with a 3-year-old address. That's not how it fucking works. You got to have eyes on that person before you can go, in there and get them.
Around here, they just go to every house.
There you go.
They just go to every house you ever been to, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, I lost. I plea bargained, but don't say fuck the police. Huh?
Look at the screen.
Oh, I got to put my glasses on. Hold up. Is that Lucky from? I don't know who Lucky is. I never watched
He's
TV.
The one with the big truck, married to fucking Luann.
I never watched TV, man. I've never watched television.
Oh, that's King of the Hill, man.
I've never watched TV, man.
And by the way, PDF, so, obviously me and you disagree on a lot of things when it comes to different shit. But when I'm passionate about something...
What stock am I buying tomorrow, blood? Hook a brother up now.
Hang on. When I'm passionate about something, passionate about something on YouTube, which to me on YouTube is the... talk about adoption, right? You know what I do with those adoption videos? I do not monetize them. It's because I am so passionate about that. That's what I do when I'm passionate about something. I don't monetize the crap. I refuse to. People have told me do it, but absolutely not. I can't. I cannot get myself to monetize it and make money off of something that I'm very passionate about when it comes to YouTube.
Unless you're getting 1 million views, you ain't making no money out here, dude.
I don't care if I get 10 million views on those videos, which I never will. But
I'm saying that unless you're getting
if you want to monetize it, you just send the money on over to my ass. I'll take it, you son of a bitch.
I will not monetize those videos. I refuse to. And any future video that I do about adoption, it will not be monetized.
Well,
speaking of which, we got to do another one of those pretty soon here.
Exactly.
Hey, I ain't gotta worry about it. They don't monetize none of my videos, so I ain't gotta worry about it. I try. They just don't like me. Too many cuss words.
I'm just saying, like that's what I do when I'm very passionate about something.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
This one probably won't be monetized. I can promise you that.
This one here, I don't. Honestly, I don't even think I turned the monetization on when I started.
You must have knew I was coming.
Oh shit! No, he sent me the link before it started. He knew it wasn't getting monetized, buddy.
I snuck in the back door. So, hey, what are you doing out here without me doing?
But talking about the stocks, right?
Yeah.
I actually, I'm excited for 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock your time. That's when the pre-market opens.
Yeah.
But I bought back in with 4,000 shares.
Dude, I fucked up. I tried to buy back in with naked, didn't we, babe? Yesterday afternoon, I sit there telling her, I said, "You watch, we're good. It's going to go up after market. We'll get out this market, right?"
PDF. How much money did I make? How much money did I make Thursday and Friday?
Shit, what you made a grand one day? You made another grand another day. You made
it was like,
huh?
I think it was like 1,800.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Did you sell that one when it was down at 800 or what? You said, "I'm not selling, I'm holding." I said, sell.
I bought back into that one.
I bought back into naked and lost, man. I had to dive out. I took a cut on the arm, but I got out. I think I lost like $15 or $13 change. I think I lost. I got in at like, I think it was down at 17. What did we?
Hey, PDF.
No.
PDF. The word on the street is if I had an extra $100 to put into the stock market, you'd be the man to get me, I don't know, 10 times that much.
I don't know.
Pretty quickly too, I hear.
Hey, Jeremiah put $100 in an account I've been playing with, and I got it up to 280, and then I got it back down to 200. And so, I don't know. I ain't doing too good. He does better than I do.
Yes, Crystal.
Well, we don't get a percentage. We don't get a percentage. We don't get any money whatsoever. The only thing it does is when you get people to sign up under you on Pi, it mines faster. Meaning you will get more.
It does speed up your mining rate, but it doesn't speed it up that much. Like right now I have 6 people, like myself included, and with everybody mining, I get 0.98 of a pi or whatever.
I had 21 people mining earlier, and right now I have 17 people mining. I'm mining at a rate of 2.6 per hour.
And I was mining, and somehow I erased my damn name and started over somehow with nothing. I'm like, oh man, I'm pissed now. I don't even know what I did, Jeremiah?
No, I was on the phone with him when it happened.
I'm pissed. Now I had to start over.
But I have a feeling Pi is going to go to the stock market here soon.
I do too. And I'm still betting. Let's see, what's today? It's the 22nd. Yeah, I think you guys got about 8 more days or so, maybe 2 weeks, maybe, and it's going to reach 10 million, and they're going to shut it down. No more invites.
They're not sure. They're not sure if they're going to shut.
No. They're not sure if we're not going to mine anymore. They might cut it down to 50% mining, right?
Yep, and then
But the whole point of what I'm getting at is there's not going to be any more invitations that work at that point.
Correct.
Once they hit 10 million, I don't think they're going to be accepting the invitations anymore. So if you want it, you got to get in now. That's what I'm getting at.
Exactly. And also, it's not going to go to the stock market immediately. They still have to set up the blockchain and stuff.
Well, we get an IPO, initial public offering notice, so we'll be good.
Oh, trust me.
Hey, Warpig.
I'm sitting here with almost 1,900 right now.
Hey, that one stock, they're fixing to do a reverse split again on us.
Yeah, I'm not in that one.
Which one you in? IIT?
TTNP.
TTNP, yeah. So I was looking at naked, dude, thinking, damn, it's probably going to go up. And then I was also looking at Givo. I think that's something.
I had about 8,100 shares earlier, and then that went up, made me almost $1,000. Or no, was that this one? No, that was naked, NAKD. That made me almost $1,000.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm still kicking myself in the ass here. Quite a while ago. Remember when that one skyrocketed that I was in?
Oh, you would have made $40,000 that day if you would have fucking held out.
If I would not have been a dumbass, I would have made yeah.
That shit went from $1 to $43 a share and back down to $1.
And I sold at what price?
Like $18 a share or 28 a share or something.
Nope. I sold it like $6.
Oh, you sold it $6 and it went to $43 a share.
Yeah.
I know you was hating life. You was hating everybody. You was hating us. We was one told you to sell, and you did. I was like, oh no, he listened to us. I'm gonna say you sell every damn time it goes up a nickel. Sell that motherfucker.
Dude, that's not the one. Is that the one that it went up to? No. Is that the one that I made 8,000 on?
I think that was the one.
I think because it went up to almost $11,000 profit, and then I didn't sell, and it started dropping, and I was like, oh shit. So I sold at 8,000, and then it skyrocketed to $40-some, like $43.
Oh, yeah. If he'd held out, he could have, with a full amount, it would have been like $43,000 profit on a small investment.
Actually, it would have been more. It would have been more than that, because for every $6,000, or I mean, for every $6, for every $5, I would have gotten $8,000.
Hey, if you'd have knew what you know now, you would have jumped back in it that day, probably, maybe.
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely.
If he would have known back then what he knows now, he would have bought Bitcoin on pennies of the dollar and by the thousands.
I had a chance to buy Bitcoin between 3 and 4 cents, and my dumb ass thought about it.
That's what I'm saying. Here we are right now, right here. We all have a chance to mine free pie.
The government has a hit out on Bitcoin. You know that, right? They put out a request that they're offering like millions of dollars to anybody that can figure out the algorithm of Bitcoin. Our government so basically put a hit out on the Bitcoin algorithm, dude, to try to figure out who owns all this fucking money. Huh?
Well, sorry, but it ain't the Fed.
It's in the news. You ain't gotta take my.
That's the good thing about blockchain cryptocurrency is it's not dependent on the federal government so much, and let's just say they seize your assets, your cryptocurrency is still there. They can't seize that. They can lock your bank account, but they can't seize your fucking crypto. Just saying, man.
Well,
you can always get a different bank account and fucking you can get some money real quick if you need some cash, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to get somebody to figure it out. They got a bounty out. If you can figure out the algorithm.
By the way, screw Word and YouTube Watcher. I'm gonna freaking post my link in there.
There you go. There you go. Get it, girl. Get it.
Taking my damn freaking shit away. I don't care.
Hey, this is not a paid advertisement. Just wanted to put that out there. Not yet, it ain't. Oh,
they heard I was coming.
Hopefully it's going public soon. So
there we go. There's my link.
I wish Word 'em Up was still up here. I'd be like, whisper to him, we're trying to give you something.
It's free.
It's free.
Exactly. So any coins that you mine right now, that's yours whenever it goes to the stock market. Plain and simple.
Here's your invitation. Take it.
I still can't believe that this live stream didn't really work on Facebook yesterday.
I can. You've been having problems with that shit.
I know.
I mean, not to say every time, but there's been multiple times where, I've witnessed you having issues with it. So
I haven't went on live Facebook in forever.
Or Pig, did you see what he said?
Huh.
Or is it he or she?
Or Pig.
Or Pig. Not many people really pay attention or know laws. I mean, the cops that are supposed to enforce law don't even know the laws. But you can have people like the other night, HBO Matt was at Leon Valley, showed them the law had a paper in his hand. They could read it. And they still shoved him out of that meeting because he had a knife on his side, albeit a big knife. But his whole point was they couldn't, like, deny him access. They can only deny access for a firearm. He could have walked in with a black pistol, you know? Just saying. Cops don't know law. And they refuse to learn it, right? They refuse to learn it. No matter how many times you tell them, no matter how many times you put it in their face and show them and recite it to them. How many times have you seen auditors or cop watchers or whatever recite the penal code, at least the letters and numbers and whatnot, and the cops not give a fuck? And they're completely oblivious to what the person's actually telling them. I've seen it too many times. Too many times.
There's a girl up in D.C. I think her husband's name's Just Another Blunt. I ain't never heard a girl cuss a cop so much in my damn life.
You ain't heard my old lady yet.
But anyhow, I'm thinking about ending this because it's been 2 hours.
Hell yeah.
And she gets home from work here in an hour, and I gotta get dinner ready.
Better get the dinner ready.
Shit. You're starting to sound like me, bro.
What?
Don't be open a can of soup.
You know I be cooking, man. You know I be cooking, bro.
Actually, I thought about just ordering pizza.
I'm trespassed, blood. See? See? I didn't do a damn thing except for tell the cop happy fuck the cops. They fucked the police. To the chief or to the
Should I make chicken and mashed potatoes, or should I order pizza? Because the problem is, as a diabetic, I can't eat the mashed potatoes, and I'm not supposed to be eating the pizza either.
So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly.
Well, then in that case, I say make the chicken and mashed potatoes, and also make something else that you can fucking eat. How about that?
I can eat the chicken.
I know, but I'm saying make another side for you that she could have some, but you could also, fill up on. That's all I'm saying.
Can I eat
what kind of vegetable can you eat? You don't have to eat potatoes with meat. You can eat a vegetable with meat,
I can eat pretty much, most of the vegetables.
Well, make a vegetable for you, and then just get one scoop of potatoes to wet your whistle. Just enough to take a mouthful bite off her plate if she don't smack.
Yeah, that's damn true. At least get a good taste of the potato. A few bites. Right.
The problem is, and I don't know what's going on, but I can't get my sugar level down below 300 the last I don't know how many days. So
well, then don't taste the fucking potatoes. Just make enough for her and make some other stuff that you can have on the side, bro. You know how to do it.
I can eat eggs.
Well, maybe we should make.
Oh shit! You need to be on the carnivore diet, don't you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, carnivore diet. Can you have milk?
Yes and no.
I mean, really. Like a glass of milk. I don't know. I'm asking.
I mean,
you can have chicken. Can you have pork? Can you have beef? Yeah. You can have eggs, right?
As long as there's no sugar added into it.
Right. That means you can have raw yogurt, like true yogurt, not that sweetened shit you buy at the damn store. You can have actual yogurt.
I actually bought one of those, and I literally almost puked with one bite.
Yeah, well, you could put some fruit in it too, though. I mean, you can throw some blueberries in there.
Well, no, blueberry. No.
Blueberries are bad because of the sugar content? Can you not have bananas either?
I ate 3 blueberries, and it made my sugar level skyrocket.
No shit.
Yeah.
What about strawberries or banana?
Nope.
Like apples?
Nope. Not as long as
so you need to So you need to stay on the fibrous end of the vegetable, not the fruit side. Okay, I got this. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Right.
They diagnosed me as a type 2 diabetic, which I call bullshit, because type 2 is normally the ones that are gaining weight or, kind of stay the same, whatever. And type 1, you lose a lot of weight. And I've been losing weight like crazy. I cannot freaking figure out how to gain my weight back. I'm like skin and bones right now. There's no reason that I should be 139 pounds right now.
Except for your sugar's off.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you the diabetic medical stuff, but you've also been kind of sick lately, and that might have done something to either your eating habits or your digestive tract. And either way, both of those can play into loss of weight.
I was losing weight way before I got sick. So I don't know.
So I know a lot about weight loss as far as trying to help someone. Several people that had extreme weight loss. And I think you need to get your sugar checked again. You can't just go to one doctor. I don't know. I think you need to get.
They gave me 500 milligrams of I'm supposed to take 500 milligrams a day of metformin, which I hate taking metformin because that got recalled just recently. Look it up, because it's cancer causing.
Well, then you should go get a second opinion. One doctor's opinion ain't enough, man. I mean,
can I give my thoughts? This is my what you should do speech. Can I do this real quick? It'll be short.
Go for it.
All right. So before, and I'm just gonna say this shit. I'm sorry if you don't like it. You were talking about buying some land.
Yeah.
Right. I think you need to buy the land. I think you need to start growing your own damn fruits and vegetables. Have some chickens out there. I think the farms, the homestead, farm life, whatever you want to call it, I think it'll do your body some good, and it'll also provide you with a lot of healthy foods. And I think you'll notice most of those problems going away. That's my opinion. Just saying, putting it out there.
Stress is a motherfucker.
It's just it just literally sucks. See, I ended up going to the only doctor that diagnosed me as diabetic was at the ER, because I ended up going in because I was having double vision, and my sugar level was over 600. Imagine that one, over 600. Just what was it? 3 days ago, it was up over 3 or 4 days ago. It was up over 600 again. Your little monitor that you have to check your sugar level, that goes up to 600, and if it goes over that, it keeps saying high, HI or HIGH.
Right. Crystal Blue made a good point. I like that cauliflower idea. That's a good deal.
And if you're a diabetic, there's trying to think what the name of the bread is now. That older guy at the store told me this is what the only one that diabetics can eat. Sara Lee. It's the Sara Lee bread, but it has to be wheat bread. He said any diabetic can eat that bread, and I've been eating it. Well, I haven't had it recently, but when I was eating it, it didn't even make my sugar go up. But it has to be Sara Lee.
Yeah, whole wheat. Yeah, whole wheat bread is good for you. That's the one that they give the kids at school. Is Sara Lee wheat bread. Also, if you, a lot of people have what's it called? WIC. You take the WIC vouchers, you go get bread. It's normally you're getting Sara Lee whole wheat bread.
Yep.
It's good, a general good bread. But can I tell you, you can make at home. You can make sourdough bread, and sourdough is just you make your own little sourdough starter instead of using yeast, whatever. It's like 3 ingredients, and you can make your own bread at home. And I promise you won't have a digestion problem with it. And if you do, maybe just in the beginning. But
so Ray,
yeah, it's good bread. You can make croissants and tarts and all kinds of stuff. It's not sourdough bread. It's sourdough. You can make every bread. It's a type of leavening. That's all. Instead of putting baking powder or whatever or yeast, you can put some sourdough starter in there. It's just a leavening agent. That's it.
Ray said take a blood test, or they take a blood test to check your blood sugar. Go get a blood test. Actually, Ray, I was at the hospital from being that sick here just a couple days ago, and they checked it, and it was 370, 374, I think it was, which is way too high, but.
No, sourdough is, all you got to do is add the water and the flour. The yeast is in the air. It's natural yeast. And yeah, just flour and water. And not much of it to start with, but once you start it, it takes like a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on, the environment it's growing in.
Right.
Anyway.
So
sourdough's the shit, man.
Oh, I like it. And my downfall is potato bread.
Yeah, potato bread's great.
But
not the little rolls either. I mean, like actual potato bread, like sliced bread. Yeah, man, potato bread.
And the thing is, a lot of diabetics have told me eat this, and eat that, whatever. Well, every time I try it, a lot of the stuff, it just makes my sugar level go even higher. It's my sugar level has not been, it's not under control yet. So anytime I eat anything that a normal diabetic can eat, it makes my sugar level go up. So it just literally sucks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get it under control here soon. Because it's been.
Hey, but I stand by my statement. I think if you started growing a lot of your own fruits and vegetables, get some hens out there, collect your own fresh eggs. I think if you start eliminating a lot of the store-bought processed foods, you would get your diabetes in control. I honestly do. And not just eating well, but it would also, you're out there doing a little bit of work, and that's going to help as well.
Right. So, Ray, I'd have to look at the paperwork again to see what my AC1 or A1C was. But if I would go check my sugar level right now, it would probably come back at 300 something. But I got a question, Ray. You said stay away from all food white. So white chicken is no good.
Oh,
you're saying?
No, he's talking about like bleached foods, like white bread. Does that make sense?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
Yeah, it's just anybody who's seen me 2 months ago versus, or even, well, no, not 2 months ago, probably like 4 months ago, and you see me now, you would definitely see a difference. It's just crazy. And it's let me see here. And yes, I'm sitting here in the bedroom with my coat on. Yeah, I know what A1C is.
Here we go, y'all.
But you can kind of see how much weight I've lost. Kind of. And before?
Oh, yeah.
Before I couldn't
see
even
them
do
cheekbones.
This. Before I couldn't even do this, but now I can do it so easy. It's crazy. I couldn't do it that. I can do that.
You're losing the muscle mass.
Yeah, I'm losing everything.
Damn, dude. Seriously.
So it is what it is. Bread, potatoes.
I mean, not all of us have to think about it consciously to take care of ourselves.
Now,
you are one of those people that you need to make a conscious effort to take care of yourself. And I mean, we'll remind you if it helps.
I will say this, Crystal. There for a while, I was eating half of a lemon, just straight up like an orange, right? Just eating it right off the whatever you call it. But and that actually helped because lemon is a one thing that will help if you're a type 2. It can put you back into remission, right? It helps your pancreas get back to working order and everything. And when I was taking half a lemon a day, it was actually working pretty good, and then I stopped. So I need to go back. And by the way, Ray, my eye on you, even like 2-3 years ago, I was having problems with it. They used to check it with theirs, and sometimes it was way low, and next it was like way high. So I've been dealing with it for a while. I just never realized that I was diabetic until for over a week, my vision was all double blurry. Then I was like, I need to do something.
Oh, sorry. Did I have my camera on? Oh, hold on. Let me finish. Oh.
Hey man, it's that cold weather's fucking killing you, bud. You get out of the dude down here, you're sweating. You serious now? You can move up north. You got to eat more. You know what I mean? You got your body's burning your fat because you're shivering all the time. That's the problem.
Yeah, I need more proteins. More protein.
And I'm down. The other day at the hospital, it came back that I weigh 139 pounds, and before that I was I was like 167, like not even a year ago.
Yeah, you need more protein. You got to have that potassium so you can turn that protein into weight.
And it's expensive to try to eat protein, high protein, man. It's fucking expensive. It's fucking expensive.
Unless you have a flock of chickens, you can always have eggs. Just saying.
And by the way, Ray, I actually did call different doctors, and most of them can't get me in for weeks on end. So I'm screwed either way. Best thing I can do is just make an appointment, which I should have done a long time ago. I just kept thinking I'm going to find a doctor that can get me in, very soon. So I haven't made an appointment yet.
Try to find the best doctor you can find, dude. I mean, research them bastards. You know what I'm talking about. You can check their records and shit.
Yeah, I guess all those things that you've been having lately, the pneumonia symptoms that you've had and your weight loss, this is all, it's all connected shit, right? You know it. We know it. The doctor might not say it, but we know. And it's not COVID. And the doctor evidently has said that too.
Crystal said, tell them
it's no, he can't have COVID. He's got to be on TV, y'all.
Crystal said, tell them it's an emergency. Wouldn't they tell me just to go to the ER then?
Yeah, everybody's an emergency, right? When they call a doctor. It's always an emergency. Well, you wouldn't have called if it wasn't. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, wait another day. No, it sucks. The whole system's fucking collapsing as we knew it. I'm telling you. Everything you used to know will never be back. It's never going to be the same again. It's never going to go backwards in time.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Life the way we used to know it. Yeah, exactly. As we know it.
I feel fine.
Well, I like that one song.
Do you know who sings that one?
Sitting on the edge of the world, sitting out in the ocean, watching the world go by or something. There's one song.
I will definitely do that tomorrow, actually, because tomorrow's Monday, yeah. So I'll do that.
But I'll tell you another thing. They already proved that people that work work all night and sleep all day have higher cases of diabetes, heart disease, just because people aren't meant to stay up all night and sleep all day, and
they also think that people that speak with a lot of profanity are much more intelligent.
No, yeah. I'll go with it. If you want me to, I can go with that shit. Don't matter to me now. It's just a word. It's just word.
Yeah, Crystal, I appreciate that, but I'm gonna call, see if I can get an appointment set up. I need to get something done.
See, now if you lived on the East Coast, you'd have your normal hours back. See, you're all screwed up out there on the West Coast trying to run a stock market game. You have to move to the East Coast, bud. New York City or something. I don't know what to tell you.
Does it matter if I think if Jeremiah started drinking, raw cow milk, good A2, highly digestible cow milk, and the cow whose milk he was drinking, he should go over and spit in that cow's food like every morning, and the cow would develop all the antibodies he needs. Then he drinks the good, milk, make him feel a lot better. Just saying.
So Ray asked if I'm near a big university. I'm 10 minutes from Portland. I'm in Vancouver, Washington. So I'm 10 minutes from Portland, Oregon. Exactly. Too much sugar and milk.
And when you call them, say, look, I've been trying to get a fucking appointment for a long time. And
What kind of sugar? Good sugars or fucking cane sugar? We're not talking about corn here, man. We're talking about real sugars made from an herbivore that turns grass, which the only reason grass grows is from sunlight. I don't know. I'm pro good cow milk. That's all I'm saying.
You had to quit drinking sodas too. That was probably a bitch.
No, because I never really drank too much soda. Coffee is what I drink. Coffee and well, I used to drink sweet tea, but now I just do. I got the little K cups for the Keurig, and then I make just a mint tea with no sugar, nothing, no sweetener. So I drink a lot. So.
Oh, good on you. I get my sugar intake from beer. Just saying.
Grow your own mint. That's a good thing to do too.
Exactly.
With some mint plants and grow some mint. But I'll tell you what, dude. I don't know if you've ever tried CBD oils.
Hang on. How about you guys keep talking? Right, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Some of the CBD oils that you can get now are like really high milligram.
This?
You get. Wait a minute. I was at a chat on. Let me go back.
Oh, better hurry up before I put this shit down, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is that? A drink or what?
No, it's an eyedropper. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were so close. I see it now. Yeah. What's the milligrams of that?
Oh, let me look. Hold on. Give me a second. I had my cigarette in my mouth. Fucking smoke in my eye. 10 milligram.
In a 50 milligram bottle, right?
No, it's like 300 milligram. Yeah.
300 milligram bottle, liquid, a 300 milligram amount, and it's a 10 milligram CBD. Well, see, you can get a lot stronger CBD oil. You work your way up. You know, like say, I don't know how long you've been doing the 10s,
but that's, but they're talking about, put one drop or one eyedropper's worth. And I mean, you can work your up and put 2 or 3 eyedroppers worth under your tongue, and
AK Twin Mommy asked if that's PDF. Yes, it is. So it's down now, 262. So it's going down a little bit.
Oh, good deal.
Well, they got up to 4,000 milligrams CBD oil. You can get 2,000.
Yeah, I know that shit's crazy.
That shit's strong. But
hey, can I just say something real quick? Hey, quick. AK Twin Mommy is so cute. Anyway, I'm done.
I gotta go back to the chat.
She is. She's a cutie pie. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Hello, AK. Yeah, that's why I said you can work your way up on the strength of that CBD oil. But the people that I knew,
I didn't order this stuff. My old lady ordered it for me because my back was hurting. She thought maybe it'd help, and I've been doing it, but I haven't seen a lot of difference. So
they say
maybe
takes like
maybe it's too weak. I don't know. I've had this for weeks. So
well, your next bottle you might want to try a stronger amount. I mean 10. I would suggest to go up to like a 400 CBD. I wouldn't suggest to go to the 2,000 or the 4,000 because that's like really strong.
Yeah, well, this one is 300. It says, and then I would be willing to double that, no problem.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could get you 1,000. But people I knew used to get the gift package. They would call up and order.
I'd have to look it up and see what I could get. So
yeah.
Crystal, I just took a photo of that.
Only one thing helps with my back pain: a big green, fat, sticky, legal. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, ain't nothing legal down there. You know that.
think he should smoke a joint. He'll get his hunger back, and then he can eat some food. And then after he takes a nap, he'll feel better, and then he can wake up and smoke another joint, eat some more food, and take another nap.
Nope.
Do that
Hey,
for about a month.
and I'm not an advocate for Xanax or those type of medical pill things. But Xanax will do all that shit too. Just saying, it'll make you hungry.
No, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with smoking weed. It's just I just can't do it for certain reasons.
That's why I was saying the Xanax, because it does the same shit, but you can get addicted as fuck to Xanax. I know. I was on it for 17 fucking years.
I honestly can't. About 20 years ago, I was addicted to pills. I can't put myself back in that situation.
No, they got side effects too bad. I mean, there's a lot of side effects you don't even realize from eating pharmaceuticals.
That's exactly what I was saying. Well, then Jeremiah probably needs like maybe a THC edible, right? Something that didn't, but maybe it made him hungry later. Maybe that would work better than smoking it, right?
I mean, I can try that, but after I kind of screwed up with, I did some stupid shit back in the day.
I know. We all have. But
See,
this is what I'm saying is do it properly. And
you know what got me to quit and why I won't do it again? Because I trusted people. After I was on the TV show, my fans wanted to take us out, all this happy bull crap. Well, one of them wasn't a fan. One of them was actually a so-called friend. Gave me a blunt, and it was had angel dust in it. And yeah, that didn't go down too good. And then I also, back in 2013, which I don't know, most people are probably like, "Oh my God, whatever. Why would you do that?" But I went out with some fans who lived in the same town. First time I ever met them. My dumbass. I was drunk back then, and they said, "Oh, let's go out and smoke a big old fat one." So that's what we did. We went out and smoked a big old fat one. Perfectly fine. Next person said, "Hey, let's smoke the good shit." Pulled out tinfoil, put some crystal clear little balls on the freaking tinfoil. I was like, whoa. I said, normally that shit has a yellow tint. What the hell is it? They said, don't worry, just smoke it. Oh man, my dumb ass did it. And yeah, it's it's not good to smoke bath salt.
No, probably not.
So after that, I was like, any kind of hit that I take on any kind of freaking weed or whatever it is, I freaking literally just get the worst trip. So I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either then.
I haven't touched it. Well, I've touched it, but I haven't smoked it since. Well, I'll take a hit off of a pen every once in a while, but that's it. I will never, ever, ever trust anybody with anything.
See, I like growing my own.
I think gummy bears would be better than him smoking a nice nug of some purple kush or whatever. I think the gummy bear might be a little better, and maybe it would help him with his appetite and stuff. Might get some weight back.
You can't do a gummy bear. There's too much sugar.
And I quit drinking alcohol. I don't know how many years ago. So I get high on life, and I smoke cigarettes, and I drink coffee.
If it wasn't for beer, I wouldn't have sugar in my life at all. I swear.
Well, most people eat sugar and grease. That's most Americans' diets consist of mostly sugar and fucking grease, man. Look at what they eat throughout the morning till the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's just
bacon, some fried chicken for lunch, and then at night they have a greasy steak. Oh yeah.
Sodas. So anything sugary all day long. Sodas, their little drinks they get at their Starbucks or wherever they go. Most people
got it right.
That's most of what you get. How many leaves do you eat in a daytime? I mean, vegetables. And someone said, people that believe in God, one of the stories was God never created a sandwich. So they never put meat, cheese, and bread, and tomato together.
So Crystal actually made a good point there. The problem isn't the appetite, it's diabetes.
Yeah. Yeah, right? So you got to force yourself to get protein, which is expensive because it's hard to eat a dozen eggs every time you sit down. You got to have some other source of high protein. Like a lot of the people that don't eat meat,
I'll drink this.
Getting getting a flock of laying hens out there laying him eggs every day, that would be financially feasible. You could do that. It's easy. And it doesn't it doesn't have to be expensive.
I don't know if I was picking it up or not, but this is
walnuts and stuff like that.
Walnuts and stuff?
Yeah.
I know I can't eat peanuts. Peanuts doesn't. No. So this here is glucerna or
peanuts aren't nuts, by the way. Peanuts aren't nuts.
And
so we can clarify that they're legumes. They're like peas and beans, which you also can't eat a lot of, right? Correct. But you can have actual nuts, right? Some like pistachio or walnut or cashew.
I tell you what my friend said.
Real nuts.
My friend told me diabetes is easy to live with. All you got to do is go to the grocery store and buy anything you want to buy, but preferably in a cardboard box. When you come home, you take the stuff out of the box and you eat the box. He said, you have no problem living with diabetes. That's what my friend told me.
So, yeah,
that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I will honestly say this actually helps a lot.
Oh, the glucerna shake? Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. Proteins. You know, people that don't eat meat, they have to eat protein. You know, because they're not getting any at all because they don't eat any meats. But they have like shakes and powders and stuff that are really high protein that you could maybe take advantage of.
But see, I gotta watch. I gotta watch the carb intake.
Yeah.
So I might as well go on a strict keto diet. It's pretty much what it is.
What is that?
Keto?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Don't ask me how to explain
it. It's an acronym, and I'm racking my brain trying to remember what it is too. I'm sorry.
Like pretty much no carbs, no sugar. My wife.
It's another one of those diet things.
My wife does it, or she used to, and then she quit. Now she wants to go back on it.
How much protein does a body need for the amount of energy you're putting out is what you need to figure out. How much protein, how many milligrams, whatever protein do your body need throughout the day? Now, once you figure that number out, you got to find out what foods you can eat to get them proteins. And you got to put a bunch more in than you're going to use because, don't all stay. So you're going to have to figure the numbers out and play the numbers game with protein, dude. And then you got to figure something out, whether it's drinking water with the powder, a pill. You got to get some protein in you, and you have to keep control of the numbers. It's a numbers game with you. You got to your sugar numbers, your protein levels. It's going to be a job, but
by the way, Ray, I drink sparkling water if I want something that has a little sparkle to it. Instead of drinking soda, I'll drink, or any kind of thing like that, I'll drink sparkling water. Just the unflavored sparkling water. Good to go.
What about
there's that little, you can get that carbonator machine. It'll carbonate apple juice if you want to. There's that machine. You know what I'm talking about? That machine that carbonates anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can carbonate apple juice or orange juice. I mean, yeah. Or water. Just saying. Welcome to the age of technology. If you can think of it, it's out there.
Pretty much.
I drink carbonated beer, y'all. That's it. That's all the carbonation I need.
I've been drinking Hawaiian Punch Orange. I quit drinking sodas a while back. Started drinking orange juice, Hawaiian Punch, and iced tea. But it's sweet tea though, so.
I think the only so yeah, if I'm gonna drink a soda, I think I'm down to one now. I want a straight up Barks root beer.
Yeah, I'll get
Barks root beer. That's it. Like that's the only root beer that's caffeinated, and that's the root beer I want. So.
Yeah, see, I don't get that. I
Dude,
get the.
They. Go ahead.
What's up, Jeremiah?
They say spicy stuff is also good for diabetes. So
Oh,
was like,
hot peppers and stuff.
yeah. So I got the salsa, right? It's very
Oh,
limited
no
to what,
shit.
but it's the ghost chili pepper salsa.
Oh, you
Oh,
did too much. Don't do too much, Jeremiah. No.
dude, I've been eating that. I've been getting hot sauce where you need to sign a release and all
If
that
it
shit.
says
It's like,
it comes from pucker butt, don't do it, Jeremiah. Don't do it. That's too much. You got to ease yourself into pucker butt farms, man.
whoa. I've been doing this I've been eating this stuff for years. Dude, when I was living
Oh,
in Florida,
the hot ones. You know what I'm talking about? The hot ones are the last dab. Those peppers come from pucker butt.
listen,
That's why I was
um,
anyway.
I've eaten a nice big bite of a Carolina Reaper. That was actually done on Periscope a couple years ago down at my news house. I've eaten a whole ghost pepper. Yeah.
Have you tried that chocolate pepper?
Huh?
There's that chocolate ghost or something like that. That chocolate ghost. Oh, that's crazy hot, I think.
Dude, the hotter the better. When I go to a Thai restaurant, which, well, I can't obviously eat pasta now, but when I went to a Thai restaurant, I always got the double Thai hot or the triple Thai hot. Oh yes.
You got to schedule yourself a trip to Pucker Butt and go sample some hot peppers. We want to see that video. Oh yeah, buddy. Go to Pucker Butt. Hell yeah. That'd be a cool ass video. If you want to eat some hot peppers on camera for a good video, go to Pucker Butt.
Listen, I had the hot
They're gonna
sauce.
hook you up, bro.
I had a hot sauce down in Florida where I had to sign a release to get, right? So Carmela, my wife, she was putting the bottle away and didn't realize. I mean, there was nothing. You couldn't even see anything on the bottle, right? And then
Carmela, who? Oh,
my wife. And then
love you, girl.
She put her hand up here on her face afterwards, right? And it just left huge red welts down her face. So yeah. That's the shit that I'll put in. Put that in. Put that in macaroni.
Some of the hottest peppers in the world.
Put that in macaroni.
You know.
Put that in macaroni, spaghetti, chili, topper almond. Good to go.
What about fish, man? Can you eat fish, crab, and
stuff
like
that? I love that stuff. Yes. I just gotta be very careful because my wife is allergic to any seafood.
Any seafood, or is it shellfish or
all I know
fish?
All we know is seafood. Her throat starts closing up and she can't breathe.
Yeah, well, fish, like a catfish, like if you make fried catfish, that's different than, crab or shrimp or oysters. Yeah, it's not all seafood. I promise you, it's a certain kind of seafood.
I know crab and shrimp she cannot get close to. If any like at a restaurant, right? Like at a buffet,
right?
Buffet, whatever. If anything has that stuff in it and it gets in contact with something right next to it, she can't eat it.
Okay, but what about some bass or trout? Salmon.
I don't know. Don't know. She doesn't want to take the risk of finding out.
Now, on that note, can she pet a pink flamingo? Because their entire diet is, shrimp. Just saying.
How the hell would we get a pink flamingo around here?
Y'all can go to Florida. Y'all go to Florida all the time. Don't you tell me that shit.
I was just gonna say we try to find you one. We might know a guy that knows the guy because there's some rogue fucking ass activists out here. You never know.
That's right. You didn't watch Miami Vice back in the 80s, man. They had pink flamingos all over the place in there, man. Just go find some.
Trust me, we've seen it.
I thought you talking about the real thing. It's down there at Disney.
Hey,
man, there's some wild monkeys in Fort Lauderdale. I know that for a fact.
I lived in Sarasota,
I've seen them.
I lived in Sarasota, Florida for 8.5 years. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff around there.
Just saying, there's a troop of monkeys. If you look, I'm dead serious. You take Sunrise Boulevard and go all the way to the beach, and then go look around in them trees around there. There's a troop of monkeys in there. I promise you.
But anyhow, her last flight comes in about 20 minutes, so I need to jump off here and.
Oh snap!
Yeah, jump off here and get some food. Order. I'm just gonna order the pizza and then probably just end up making me an omelet or something.
Oh, she's coming home. You don't have to go get her though, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. Well, she's probably gonna be hungry. Get her some snackies. You know.
Oh, she knows. She knows that I'm gonna have food ready.
Yeah.
She's the one who
get
actually
all kind of bullshit.
She's the one who
just get all kind of stuff.
You never went fishing?
Hey,
Huh?
get some chocolate too, and don't you be eating none, you motherfucker. But get some chocolate too. She'll like
your
it.
wife has never went fishing?
Not that I know of. No.
Well, that's your problem.
Wait, what?
I don't think she's ever gone fishing. Not that I know of.
Never once?
Not that I know of. No. She's never
Holy
mentioned
shit.
it. She's never mentioned a daggone thing about it.
Are you planning a trip? Is that why we're talking about this? Because you should be, fucker. I mean, and look, if it's nothing else but a picnic, and you guys can sit next to a canal, you know how the canals are in Florida, man. You can catch snook in them some bitches. Anyway,
Hey,
short, my whole point is,
I'm not in Florida. I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
Hey, it probably ain't a good
that's
thing.
right. That's right. All right. So y'all, hey, look, you might get a brook trout. I don't know. You might get a fucking salmon.
Hey, she's allergic to fish, and you're going to offer her to go fishing. I guess that probably wouldn't be a good thing, unless your insurance is paid
you know
up.
what? You know what?
I'm not offering.
That goes back to my earlier question. What is she allergic to? It's not all fish. It's something. It's probably shellfish like shrimp, lobster, and those kind of things. It's probably not oysters and mussels, and it's probably not trout and salmon either. I guarantee you, if she had an issue with crab or lobster or shrimp, then it's those type of crustaceans, right? Those tarantula relatives, fuckers, spiders, right?
Who in their right mind wants to see what kind of limits they can push on stuff like that when their throat closes up?
Doctors that give you fucking shots with 15 different things and they mark them so they know. Yeah, those are the fuckers that yeah, okay. That answers that question. Next question, sir.
Knowing can save your life. That's the part you would want to know. You know what I'm saying? If you know that a certain thing will fuck you up, you know you can eat something that won't. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Well, she doesn't want to take
back. That harks back to the the indoctrination that we all had as young children, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
You're like
American
hang on. So Crystal says she probably has a shellfish allergy. All fish with shells. So all I know is she tried, I think it was shrimp and stuff, shrimp and crab, and she got so like her throat started closing up so bad she had to go to the hospital, like majorly, like, very quickly.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. You might want to get a test, because that way you could eat fish, because fish is important for someone who has diabetes, I would think.
Called anaphylactic shock, people. That's what that's called.
Right.
If you can't get to the hospital, eat some fucking Benadryl, like quickly, and maybe a few of them, not just one.
Right. Screw you guys.
You guys, I'm going home.
I couldn't see living without eating fish. And I can't see anybody ever having to go through their whole life and never have went fishing. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. See, that's another thing, Ray. Ray said, my doctor said eat crackers. So peanut butter is out of the question for me right now. Crackers is out of the question. I tried that, and it just, it makes it go up as well. And trust me. So I found out that I'm a diabetic a couple months, 3-4 months ago, and I've
Jeremiah, can you have beans?
Were you talking or was I talking?
I'm asking a question because it harps back to the peanut butter comment.
No, if I cannot eat beans certain. I haven't tried all of
And
them.
that's why you can't have peanut butter, because peanut butter is a type of bean. Peanuts are a type of bean. They're not an actual nut. That's why you can't have peanut butter. Anyway,
But
just saying.
now I forgot what I was saying.
Well, if you knew how much chemicals they sprayed on the peanuts down here in Florida, you'd never eat peanut butter any damn how.
So I now know what I was saying. In I don't know how many, in like what 4 months, 3-4 months, one little bottle like this has 50 different test strips in it, and I'm on my 6th one, I think. That tells you how much I've been checking my sugar level. I've been testing stuff to see how like what I can eat, how much I can eat of everything. So I've pretty much been testing stuff on my own. So,
have you been putting enough fluids in you?
Absolutely, yes. I've been drinking. Actually, I've been drinking way more water in the last few months than I have in my entire life.
Good, good. Because most people get kind of dehydrated in the wintertime because they're used to sweating all summer. Well, we are in Florida. And then when the winter comes, we don't drink as much, but we're still working, doing pretty much the same things.
I will say one thing that I do know that is not helping. And if you don't believe me, look it up. I smoke menthol cigarettes. Menthol cigarettes have hidden sugars. That is one thing that is working against me, that I know.
Well, they're outlawing menthol cigarettes soon. You know that, right?
Yeah, they can outlaw whatever they want. I'm quitting anyways.
Me too. Me too.
That is true, Jeremiah. Menthol cigarettes do have a lot more sugar content than
what people realize.
Cigarettes. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I used to smoke Cool or Newport when I was young.
Hey, Jeremiah, the one brand that I can think of that they sell in the US that might cut down on that a little bit,
American Spirit,
is I was gonna say, you know those menthol, the Pall Mall? Is it Pall Mall? They have that cavity at the back of it, of the filter has that empty spot back there, and it's real, kind of tough cardboard or whatever. Oh, what the fuck is the name of it?
All you do is you get a cough drop, put the cough drop in your mouth, and smoke a regular cigarette, non-menthol, while you have the cough drop in your mouth, and it's a similar effect.
Yeah, but you got some damn good cough drops, so we hear.
When I used to smoke weed, I quit smoking cigarettes, and then when I had to quit smoking weed, I started smoking cigarettes again.
The cigarette I was thinking about is Parliament. Parliament, Parliament has a spot in the middle of it that has the menthol. It's not the same type of cigarette. It's better.
There you go. There you go. YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's the one Word 'em Up was talking about. They make you feel like you drank a little bit of vodka or something.
Hey, check it out. My friend was in the military. He said when they sold the cigarettes over there, you'd buy one kind of cigarette, and if you wanted menthol, you squeeze something in the filter and it would pop open, and then you would have menthol. Has anybody heard of such shit? Somebody told me that.
Yeah, Camel Crush. Yeah, Camel Crush. It has that little bead in the middle of the filter, and you crush it, and it makes it menthol instantly.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Do you know how to get somebody to stop smoking?
Yeah, you shoot their head off, right?
No, this is a proven fact, right? If you live out in the country around horses, right, what you do is you go cut off 1 inch off the horse's tail, just one hair, and then you put that inside the cigarette, and if somebody asks you for a cigarette, hand them that one. They're going to feel like they're dying for 3 days straight. They're going to be sick as a dog or a motherfucker, whatever you want to say. But after, you never touch it. Proven fact.
That sounds like some biological warfare that you could probably get arrested for, my friend.
Well, if you do that on video, and then you quit smoking, well, they'll probably take your YouTube channel down. But hey, we start you up a new one. Don't worry. And maybe you can prove it on camera. And hell,
I've seen it. I have seen it being proven more than once. That at the bottom of a horse's tail. Okay, when a horse shits, it gets on their tail a lot of times, or it drags on the ground if it's long enough. That's the shit you're smoking.
Oh hell no! I ain't smoking that. Thought we were just smoking a regular old horse hair. I was just shit.
It has to be.
I'm sure there is some law
There's some
That,
fucking
oh,
all kind
ew,
of
gross.
diseases. That shit got a coli. And...
Listen, whenever we were in the when I was in the Amish community, that happened a lot because we got sick and tired of people begging for bumming cigarettes. So you're like, oh yeah, here you go, bam. Never asked again. He never smoked a cigarette again. I've seen it happen more than once.
So y'all tested it. You guys were like, they were your test dummies, huh? That's kind of like human trial, man. There's probably some fucking FDA ruling against that shit. You know what I mean?
Human trials on COVID vaccine started in Mississippi at UMMC this past week. Just so you fuckers know.
Yeah,
they were looking for 20,000 people. Just saying.
They had the highest deaths they had this week out of the whole time they had the tests. The most people died this week from them.
Crystal said go back to vaping, not smoking. I would do that, but vaping has a lot more sugar in it than the regular cigarette or like a menthol.
Not to mention vaping's been killing people
a
whole lot since it even started.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It's the shit that was sold on the
nasty shit. People they're getting all that vitamin E juice all up in their lungs, can't breathe and all that crap.
Hang on. Get your facts straight. The stuff that has been killing people is the stuff that has THC in it. Okay. And then the THC, like all this stuff is sold normally on the black market.
I know it's transferred through vitamin E oil. That's why I said vitamin E.
It's because it's not done properly. Okay, after you mix all that stuff together, you have to put it in a dark place for X amount of days. You have to make sure it's called steeping it, right? You have to steep it properly. You have to do everything properly. And the ones that has been killing people is the shit has THC mixed into it. Look it up.
I agree 100%.
So it's not.
What happened with the vaping shit? They used to cut the oil, the wax down with the vape to make it heat up in the pen. They were mixing it with a chemical. I forget the exact letters. It was like MSB or MGR or some bullshit letters. But then they figured out that was causing the popcorn lung and all that shit. So now they're cutting it with coconut oil. It don't matter what you're smoking, whether it's THC or tobacco products or cherry, which they outlawed all the flavor ones now. But the THC ain't what's killing them. It was the shit they were thinning it down so that it would melt in the pen.
That's what I was saying. It was the vitamin E oil.
I did not say that the THC was killing them. I said with everything mixed together, it wasn't. They didn't like you have. It's what they call steeping it. Like they didn't do it properly, and that's what's killing it. It's not a certain like it's not just
like going down the road and getting some rock, bro, and that motherfucking shit tastes like salt, like a sumbitch. You know why? Because old boy was cutting it too thick, man. He was cutting it too thick.
To make your own vape, all you need is 3 products out of your grocery store. That's all you need. 3 products. It's simple.
I'd rather just smoke a joint. The only reason they came out with them vape pens is to get people ready to start buying the vape fucking THC so that they can control every single droplet that comes out of that plant and get tax money on it. Because you can't grow a plant and get tax money out of it if everybody's growing their own. So they said, well, what can we do so that the people won't grow their own? Well, let's make them all start vaping. Oh, that'll work. Start out with tobacco. Yeah, hit the kids up with some cherry flavor. Shit, yeah, we got this going on now. We got all the tax money coming. All right, break out the THC now. Hell yeah, they'll all go for this. They'll forget all about rolling joints. Fuck that. I don't fuck it. You know what I mean? That's how the government controls the plants. And we're not allowed to grow. So we have to buy every single fucking droplet from them. And they got that market down pat.
That's like saying I can't grow cucumbers. How fucked up would that be? You can't grow corn at all because people make corn whiskey. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, roses are dangerous. They got thorns. I think they should go arrest every single old lady that's got a rose bush in her yard for having thorns on her plant. That's what they need to do. And dig up all her roses, huh?
I understand that both of you can talk and talk and talk and talk, but it's 10:21. It's 10:21. I have to jump off here so I can get this stuff all done.
Hey, I'll be up when the stock market kicks in.
Oh, so will I. Don't worry.
Hey, kill the live stream. We'll stay back here and talk to ourselves. Fuck it.
You better get some sleep, man.
Nah, I ain't falling asleep and missing out on money. Heck no.
It's 1:21 here. It's 1:21 in the morning.
Yeah, it opens up
12:21 here.
The pre-market opens at 4 East Coast time.
I'll get up. I'll probably better lay down for a minute. My back hurts, but I'll probably get an hour or two. Hopefully.
But anyhow, I do have to jump off here. You guys can stay up here if you want, but I'm gonna end this.
Nah, I gotta go find my dog. He fucking out there running around in the yard, and I'm gonna get off of here too and get a couple things done before I fall asleep.
I thought you're staying awake for the stock market.
I'll be up in an hour or two. I don't sleep much, man. I sleep for a couple hours. My back hurts. I wake up. Sleep for a couple hours. My back hurts. I wake up.
Get away from me, bitch. My back hurts. Doctor said I need a backiotomy.
She don't wake up. She's so used to me getting up and down, she don't even wake up no more. I damn sure won't wake her up. Believe me. But let me get out of here. I'll holler at you later, Jeremiah.
I was gonna say you done. I was gonna say you done now.
Yep, I'm done. I'm gone.
So,
later, PDM.
All right, but I do have to jump off here. So I appreciate you coming up here on panel. Everybody else that came up here, and I appreciate every single person that came into the chat. So, like always, stay positive. Keep looking forward, because that is the only way you will ever get anywhere in life. So until next time, peace.